We're live. Me and Klaus. Nobody else. Where is everybody? No one's showing up yet. Anyway, 2:00. It is Christmas holiday weekend, so everybody is recuperating from the Christmas holiday and looking forward to New Year's, I guess. Um, yeah, the only thing I did, I've done a few small engine things. So I fixed a mower, a Honda mower, and I was going to do a video later saying when you fix a push mower and there's snow on the ground, what do you do? Do you drain it or do you put aspen in it? So I'm going to, I have gas in it now, regular fuel, so I could get it running, and it runs really good and all that. But I'm thinking I don't want him to come back in 4 months and say it doesn't start. So I'm going to drain it, put aspen in it, and give him the rest of the bottle of aspen in the quart and say, you should be good to go.
Yeah.
That's all. Because I definitely don't want a phone call in 3 months saying, oh, it doesn't start.
No.
Yeah, this was a weird one, though. This is one that had a bad upper seal. And I didn't realize in the Honda, it's the first upper seal I've ever done in a GCV. You take it off, and there's like 5 or 6 different like holes that go into the crankcase. I never had a seal off of one of those before. So I bought the OEM Honda seal. I lubed it up, pushed it on, and got the thing to run. Took the whole carb apart. Carb was fine, actually. Took it all apart to put on my Spark Check R, and that was good, but it didn't want to start. So then I take out the plug, and the plug's really soaking wet. I said, okay, I'll dry it off and clean it off. I did a compression check. It was 98 PSI. So that's good. 98. I said, okay. So I think I was just waiting for fuel to get out. I'm not used to having a Honda with a throttle. We don't have those here in the States. They just have the spring. So with the throttle, it'll start on choke, but once you start it once, you don't need to choke it anymore. It just keeps starting. So but
I think it's mostly the ones with the blade clutch that has a throttle.
First one I've ever had with a blade clutch. I've never had to work. And this is a Craftsman made by AYP with the disengageable clutch. It's 2007. So, it's old. It's 17 years old. But it's not in bad shape, though. He even said to me, if you can't fix it, get rid of it. And I'm like, this is like a $600-700 mower. It's not a cheap mower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who's in the basement? Is it Hank? It's Hank.
Hey, Hank.
Hey, how you all doing?
All right.
Doing fantastic.
Is it still raining up your way, Hank?
It's drizzly all day long. It's been like a drizzle. Gray.
It was icy this morning, though. It was really icy out there.
Yeah, it's like 44 degrees. Huh?
Yeah, my daughter's at the dealer now getting her car. Or at the auto place. Yeah, she went up there late. Her husband went with her, and he brought it. There was a TPMS light was on when we test drove it, so I told them make sure they check it out. And since it's 18 or newer, they give you a 60-day, 3,000-mile warranty with it. Anything, So yeah, you're gonna see. And he brought a scanner with him and everything. I said, yeah, whatever. They're gonna clear all the codes before they give it to you.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, it's in decent shape and all that. Came from.
Is it out of a dealership or just a
no? It's an automotive wholesaler.
Yeah. Okay.
They usually have about 200-300 cars on their lot. But this one they bought it off the original owner. 90,000 miles on it. He's original owner, and it shows the emissions and maintenance history every year for the past like 6-7 years. So he always maintained and stuff. So yeah, it's like I said, it's in nice shape. Never been an accident, no Carfax, nothing, and it's in nice shape. So, and you could tell though, even my daughter said the one that we looked at first, which was no moonroof, but the dealership was a little better, a lot more money in this dealership, meaning but what this dealership did was the first one, it was more expensive, $2,000 more. It needed a real rear wheel bearing assembly hub. Okay. You could tell it making wicked noise, and the front end had a shimmy. So you knew it needed some work. So I believe what they did, they put $2,000 into the price of it, because the other dealership we went to, exact same car, exact same mileage down to like 10 miles for $2,000 less. And this one had a moonroof. So they upped the price so they could pay for the repairs. And even the guy said, if you give us a down payment and commit to it, we'll do the repairs. And then, once you sign a contract, they'll do it. And you have to be satisfied when it's a good arrangement. I do like the arrangement. And I was surprised that this company called JM, real nice place. They have over 600 cars. I mean, a lot, and really decent cars too. I'm just amazed at how used cars during COVID went nutso price wise because you couldn't get cars. They're saying it's just coming down now. So if you're buying a car that's 6-7 years old, it was $25,000 4 years ago. Now it's about 16, 17. It's come down.
Yeah.
He didn't have
where they get these cars from, the flood zone or
No. A lot of these are all cars from around here. But what it was, a lot of people were scared with COVID. You couldn't buy new cars, so they were keeping them. Instead of keeping them 3 years, they're keeping them 5.
Well, let's hope.
No, like I said, this car, I looked through it. You could tell when bodywork's been done or flood and all that. Said no, this one, and even my daughter said the engine sounded better on this one. Because they know Subarus. Her husband has a Crosstrek. She has a Crosstrek. So they've known, they know what these things should sound like, these flat 4s or whatever they are, boxer engines.
Okay.
And she even said to me, she goes, Daddy, this car sounds a lot nicer than the other one. The other one almost sounded like a lifter tick and this and that. But they tried to sell her like $3,000 worth of warranty stuff. Oh, the head gasket, this and that. So I said, Jess, didn't you pay that when you got your last car? Yep. Did you use any of it? Nope. I said to her, put the $3,000 in the bank, make some interest on it, and if something happens, you have the money.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's always the finance guy who wants to sell you all the bells and whistles. He probably wasn't happy when she came in today and said, "Yeah, no." So, anywho, but what else? Small engine. We got that. We did the Honda, which he's supposed to pick that up sometime today. I'm waiting for a phone call. We've got the the rotor. I still have to put together that generator and then go up to Condon's place so we can test it, James Condon. But it's outside. I don't really have room in the basement right now because it's pretty wide. But with the rain, I'm not gonna do it out in the rain, So
that lot they didn't have another Toyota for you?
Well, I actually looked at Corolla's Camry. I'd like another Camry like I have for my son. He's got an older one, 2006. But I wouldn't mind maybe a 15, 16 Camry, something like that, maybe. Maybe 9-10 years old or something with maybe 80,000 miles on it or something. I wouldn't mind.
Just a quick one. Wayne is having issues logging.
Hold on, who's in the basement? Hold on. Who's in the basement? Hold on. Oh, it's Wayne. Hold on. There he is.
Oh, Wayne.
Still can't get into that regular chat, and even signed in through my account and everything with my password, and I don't know how you get into this.
Let me see who's in the regular chat. Hold on.
So anyways, I invited the honest mechanic. He came up. I see he was in the comments, and I invited Honda, the Honda enthusiast, snowblower enthusiast. He's a guy that just works on Honda snowblowers to come up. I don't know if he'll be up here commenting today or not.
Yeah, we'll see who's in the chat. Saying hello. Yeah, Peter had commented on that video I did. He bought some of that brand. It actually made in Connecticut, and he didn't like them. He said they actually chipped and failed and all that. I was like, wow. So anyway.
Yeah, but yours didn't break.
Yeah. No, here's Honest Mechanic. I think and anyone that's in the chat, if you want to put up a link to your channel, feel free. I mean, that's fine with me. I don't care. Help out your channel. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Mr. Clark is here. Let's see. This chat's a little bit more difficult to scroll than I'm used to. Like StreamYard was a little bit easier to scroll, but I haven't done the pop out yet to try it that way. A lot of people, going with the pop out.
That's what I got to go to is the pop out.
Yeah. Hey, Pete. Let's see who else we got.
Oh, so are you on the pop out chat from YouTube or what?
Yeah. How are you chatting, Klaus?
I have two screens. I got a computer here doing this and the private chat. And then I have YouTube going with the sound off.
So no one's able to use the re-stream chat?
No.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, okay.
No, on the little private one, right?
Yeah, the private one.
Yeah, but on the big one on the right hand side,
Really?
nothing.
Yeah,
Next to the person, next to the people icon where it shows 4 of us in there, right
Yeah.
next to it should be the regular chat. You guys can't get into that?
No.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
That's strange.
And I even today it was weird. I clicked on the site and it came up Restream, and then all of a sudden it had me signing in and put my password in. And I said, all right, I'm going to get into the chat this time. And guess what? Done
No,
again.
that's because you missed the last line of letters. It said or continue.
Yeah.
You didn't need to sign in.
Ah,
Wait.
Oh,
I had the same idea, and the same thing happened to me. I figured, all right, this time.
I think if you log in, doesn't it do something with your YouTube or something?
Yeah, I don't know what it does, but he still can't write on that chat bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Gotta pop it out from your YouTube.
Ooh, tornadoes down south. Oh, yeah.
so anyways, Merry Christmas. Everybody have a good
yeah.
New Year.
Not
The
yet.
world's been in chaos in 2024, so hopefully 2025 is much, much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bruce,
Yeah.
when you look in the email, I forwarded last week's email. So the old link's on the bottom, the new link is on top, but I'll put it in the chat. Hold on.
John Clem put it in.
Oh,
No,
did he?
sorry. That was for YouTube. Sorry. That's for YouTube.
Yeah, there's the link. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Boneyards around.
Good
Brett,
one, Michael.
there
He says it's childproof, Hank. That's why we can't get in.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100,000 Wayne. Good deal.
Yeah, Jake just got the plaque, opened it up for Christmas for me.
Yeah, what were you saying about $300? What the hell's that all about?
Well, yeah, okay. So Jake was telling me that when he got it, it comes with a letter and a real nice letter from YouTube. But Jake said you got to go, and once you hit 100,000, you have to apply to YouTube for them to make up the plaque for you. They just don't automatically send it.
Wow.
So he said it was funny. He said they asked me to spell the name of the YouTube channel, which he did. Then it asks you to print out, like type it in again to confirm. And he did that. And then they asked him to do it a third time. And he realized that what happens is if you make a spelling mistake and the plaque comes up and it's got the wrong name on it, okay, then it costs you $300 US
if
to
you
reapply
if you
to get a new plaque made up.
Wow.
So they ask you 3 times to do the spelling, and he put it all in capital letters, so it came out really nice. It's going to go back here on the wall someplace.
Nice. Yeah.
I know. Every time I go to Condon, I think his is still in the cardboard box.
Yeah, ours is in the box still too. Yeah, it's going to go up on the wall with the red framed picture I did of the sticker and all of the business cards that we've had over the years.
We got bad sound coming from somewhere. Anyone got YouTube on?
Somebody's got YouTube on.
YouTube's muted.
Wayne, my plaque is right up here. See it? It's
Brett, how's your YouTube
I
doing?
see it.
No, I got him muted. It's not Brett. It's not Brett. Brucey,
Hello.
microphone's on?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got
Wait, I
static.
just muted. Yeah, it's Brucey.
Bruce, we got static from you.
Wait on. Hang on.
I think he's got the other microphone on too.
I really work hard at that, and it still doesn't.
It sounded like somebody was getting a haircut.
Yeah, I think it's okay now.
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Who else? Someone else in the basement.
One,
Hey,
two, three. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yo.
Good. Hey,
Scott.
Scott.
Hello.
What's going on? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Excuse me.
Merry Christmas.
You said you got off, Scott, right? Till after New Year?
Yeah, I got to go back on the 2nd.
Yeah. Yeah, most of us, same thing. Yeah, but definitely if you can, check out a crank on a newer one, because that crank that I bought off of eBay, it doesn't have a lot of wear in it, but it still feels like floppy, the needle bearing and
No
the
man
thing.
on this.
Oh, hold on. Let me zoom you. Oh, let me mirror you. Hold on. I gotta mirror you because you're the other way. 12.66. You gotta hit. I gotta convert that. So it's actually half inch, right? A little less, right? Because
You do the math.
25.4. Yeah, well, 25.4 is an inch, so 12.66.
That was a new saw off the shelf.
Right. Yeah, because it's weird. Even with the new drum and everything, it's still not floppy as the other one was, but still, I don't want to sell it knowing if it's worn too much.
There are some play in it. There has to
There's
be.
some play, but on some of the steel saws, it seems really tight, and I don't know if it's because of the way they've made.
Have you changed the needle bearing?
It's brand new. But here's the thing: I got to try OEM versus aftermarket too, because who knows with the aftermarket needle bearings?
Yes, you don't want aftermarket needle bearings.
Yeah, I mean, some of the aftermarket needle bearings are good. I look at them under a scope; the finish is good and all that. But how can you trust it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cheap enough to just replace it. You know.
So I hate to digress. I tried to log in under the first link that Hank put out, and it asked me to log into the new stream system.
You didn't read the final line.
You got to read the fine print on the bottom.
It says at the bottom, it says or continue.
Yeah, you hit continue.
Oh, let's go back down and read that.
Yeah, like any
I think that's where I made the mistake, Close. I think you're right.
No, I am right.
Yeah. Well, I believe you, Close. I believe you.
Yeah. I tell you that 450 crankshaft assembly I bought with the piston on piston, you can still see the factory finish rings, all really good. It's a little dirty, and it was like locked up, and I'm like, oh crap, it's locked up. Well, I put it in my ultrasonic for an hour at 60 Celsius. Oh my god, it's like smooth as silk now. You know. So I don't know if it was just old oil and stuff just sitting in there because he had it wrapped up, and he must have had it somewhere damp. Because the very bottom where it was sitting, like the crank weights, it had a little bit of rust on them, so it was sitting in something wet. But I paid $20 for it with shipping. You can't beat that, you know. So I've got 3 of those saws now. I got a 455 Rancher that was straight gas. I'm going to put a Duke's pop-up piston in that. All right, and I got the 460 that had the really wallowed out crankshaft. I can put this crank in that. Then I have another 450. That a guy gave to me straight gassed, of course. He didn't take it. And I was like, oh, I'll take it. So I had to determine what I'm going to do with that. There was, Scotty, you probably heard Novice Lumberjack. You know that guy, right?
Yep.
He did some porting on the 450, 455, 460 Ranchers a little bit. I tell you, he said he got great results. I may try that with one of them because it's very simple to do, you know. So let me ask you a question, though. On those, they all have the preformed molded gaskets, right? Base gaskets, a 2-piece.
Yeah, I think they have like a real thin, like 16th inch thick rubber seal type of gasket.
Yeah, I gotta buy some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Now for everybody out there commenting, guys are saying, like the Honest Mechanic saying it's going to take them 30 years. TGM says 50. You only got to hit that one viral video.
That's it. Yeah, I tell you.
Like Garage
It's
Gear,
taken me
for
12
example,
years and I
he
haven't
just
had a
got
viral
his
video.
100,000 subscriber plaque, and he started in 2019. He's out of Buffalo, New York. He's got a good channel, but if you watch that video that he just did, he hit the one viral video that really started his channel moving, and it just exploded from that one. And it's similar to Chicanic, right? With that one where she put the $13 carb fix by changing the module in the Briggs & Stratton plastic carburetor. That's what boomed her channel.
What's Erica and Tyler up to now? They should be getting up there.
I haven't talked to them lately.
Yeah, I think they're up to 20 something. I think.
Yeah, they're up there.
Yeah.
I had one video that actually did. I've had a couple of million views on it, and it was just a simple money hole.
Oh, the money hole that comes to
But the title of the video is what did it, and it was called a mower that starts and stalls. And that thing, you know what? It's still my second best video, and that video is 10 years old.
Yeah, the Chubby Butcher. He's got the subscribers. He's got the 1,000 subscribers, but he doesn't have the watch hours.
Is it still 4,000?
4,000.
Yeah, he needs 4,000. He's got like 3,000 and something. And I told him he came over the other day, and I'm going to tell you, I think this video would go over good. I don't know if it lends itself to being a butcher, but his cat had some kind of a medical issue. He's got 3 cats. One of them's got I don't know if it's glucose or whatever it is, but it's got an issue where the drugs that he was going to have to buy from the doctor were like through the roof. So he figured he'd try out a diet plan, and he started going. And when chicken went on sale and stuff, all this different stuff, sardines, and he makes up meals for his cat, and his cat is healthy as can be. And I think he's taking his cat for a blood test just to check out how this diet's going. But basically, they said if you don't do anything, the cat's going to be gone. And the cat's been going for quite a while on this diet. So
Yeah.
I said, you know, you got to point out that in your video, if you make a video of it, that you're not a veterinarian. You're not guaranteeing that this is going to work. But for your cat, you know, this is working for your cat, and your cat likes eating it.
Hey,
And
wait.
you
He's got 3 more days to make 4,000. Otherwise, it starts again January 1st.
Oh,
it
yeah?
resets every 28 days or something.
Oh,
You have to have 4,000 that
Yeah,
year.
but I thought it's a running 28 days. No, it's not a
Yeah,
running.
that's what it used to be.
Yeah, I thought it was a running 28 days.
They say I think they say 4,000 within 28 days.
Yeah, it's a running 28 days. Usually.
I don't know if it's running. I don't know.
well, everybody out there, go and start watching the Chubby Butcher, and
There you go.
we don't care if you subscribe. Just get him the watch hours so he can start getting some checks in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
back
See what
in the
Michael's
day.
talking about? Michael, I wholeheartedly agree because you get the lawyers out there, someone starts a fire
Yeah.
or something.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
was
yeah.
good that he did that because
Yeah.
you know, when I first watched it, I'm saying to myself, you know, fumes, this, that, the other thing, voltage. You know,
Your gas tank in your car works the same way.
yeah. Well, there was a reason deer stopped using it, and maybe they thought it was a good idea not to do it anymore
And,
either.
and I will say, even if the thing's shorted out down there, there's no oxygen.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand why he did it, and it's a bummer,
Yeah.
definitely. But it's a good fix. Hey, I'd do it.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing. Our videos, I mean, I don't have a huge disclaimer, but I mean, I even wrote in Terrell's, it's for entertainment purposes only. And I probably should have a disclaimer on everything because who knows what crackpot's going to want to sue your ass because he chopped off his foot or something because, you know, you didn't tell him exactly the torque for the blade bolt or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I have a disclaimer on mine, or even though, you know,
but
Yeah, but
About that.
it appears that he reviewed the comments because in the live stream, you know, he was kind of, I think, a little upset about the comments he got, but then he did a little more research and found out, you know what, some of these guys are right about what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Scott, what do you got? Like when you guys sell something, do you have a disclaimer on all your receipts?
The back side of all the contracts they sign is a full page of fine print.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's all in there. I tried reading it once. I think I fell asleep halfway through. There's a lot of stuff covered in there.
Now, when I
Bottom
used to give
page,
out receipts, I would write a disclaimer on the back of the receipt, not responsible for injury due to owner, whatever, you know.
If there's a safety issue on something I'm working on, let's say the chain brake doesn't work and I talk to the customer and they don't want it fixed, then I make sure I write that in the notes on the work order
Yeah.
that the customer refused that. Kind of on the same lines, as far as I got a question for the group. If you're doing a repair, like my videos, I'm repairing someone's chainsaw. Do I need permission as long as I don't identify who the owner of that saw is?
Yeah, there's no ID or another. You're not showing an ID number, serial number, or anything like that. There's no way for them to identify anyone. So I would say, you know, who cares, really?
If a person did identify their piece of equipment in the repair, they have no legal right to tell me to take down that video, do they?
No.
I don't believe so. No, it's freedom of speech. I mean, you're
But
just
if they had their name and phone number written on it, you would
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean-
cover it up.
yeah, privacy rights are one thing, but just, you know, it's like me doing a video of my neighbor's cars in the background. So you gonna take me to court because I showed his car? I mean, nah.
I don't
No,
think 10% of my customers even look at my
if
videos.
if I was a business, I would put on. I mean, if my YouTube channel was a business, I would put on that footage from repairing a machine may be used for educational purposes. Blah blah.
You know what? I wouldn't even go there because you're opening up Pandora's box.
That's true.
I wouldn't do it.
No. I mean, you can videotape any. I mean,
Yeah.
that can be part of quality
Yeah,
control.
but you know what?
right?
I wouldn't do it, Kyle, seriously, because I've had people that once they found out a YouTube channel, freaking scan it to see if they could see their equipment. Oh, what'd you do to it? Did you lie to me? Seriously, you get some crackpots out there. And I had one guy, literally, I put his snowblower on a video, showed exactly what I did. And in fact, when I gave it back to him, I left out in my discussion with him a couple of things I did. Then he called me up. He goes, "Oh, I watched the video. Yeah, you did some extra stuff. Thanks a lot, whatever." But it could go backfire the other way.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you didn't clean out that mouse nest, or you didn't grease this, or I mean, you got all the Monday morning quarterbacks out there. See, I wouldn't.
I know.
Well,
but, I mean,
it could be like the customer says, you charged me an hour labor, but I watched the video and you only spent 20 minutes on it.
Well, just like when
No
we
cuts
did
in
the
that
pull rope.
video.
You tell
They edited
everyone
the other
pull
hour
rope.
out.
How about the pull ropes? Come back in 20 minutes. Go get a cup of coffee. I had one guy literally sit 100 yards down my street. I could see him. I don't know if he thinks I didn't see him. He's sitting in his Mercedes, okay? And it was a freaking Ryobi backpack, the RB42, the one. I freaking hate those because you got to take like 1,000 screws off and you got to bend back the mount and the backpack, and nightmare, right? So anyway, when I was doing it, something happened where it took me like an extra 10 or 15 minutes. So when I told him come back in 20 minutes, it literally took me about 35 minutes by the time I got done with everything. But I could just see the guy saying, if it takes him 10 minutes, I'm not going to pay $10 or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you something. Everybody out here, say you fix a push mower, okay? And the push mower, say, for sake of argument, Tecumseh, 19 ounces of oil, say, for the sake of argument. Do you give him the rest of the quart as a value added?
I
And
do.
say, here?
Nope.
Really?
I buy my
charge
oil.
you
I buy
30
my oil in 20-liter.
Well, no, I
pails.
can see if you're buying it in bulk, but if I have a quart of oil for $7-8, you charge them $10, and
If
it takes half of
I've had
that.
customers bring the oil to me, and then I'll give them the leftovers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine.
No, we just charge them for
oil
what we
change,
use.
When I do one
The
on
only-
mower, when I do one, now when I do a tune-up, that's a tune-up, not a repair, a tune-up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't do any big stuff. I do the mowers, small stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get a change of oil, you get a spark plug. Air filters, mufflers, anything else is a plus.
The
But
only
you
time
get a change of oil, and whatever the
Okay.
capacity of that piece of equipment is, the oil, that's what you get.
But what if you're repairing an engine or something, and you notice that, like an E series that uses oil, okay? They are notorious, right? They use oil. I would always give the extra half a quart to them and say, please check it every time you use it.
Nope. I tell them to
No?
check their oil, and if they want to buy some extra oil, they can buy another quart from me. But
If you state it took a quart of
Hank, you're
oil,
muted.
you give them the quart.
no, you're not
Oh,
muted, Hank.
he's okay here.
Hank, you're doing the
If you
Godzilla
get-
again. You're not. Your timing is off.
If you charge the customer a quart of oil, you give them the quart of oil.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
charge them a quart of oil.
Yeah, see, I charge them.
I charge them exactly what's goes in the machine, and then
Yeah.
I charge them to get rid of their old oil.
Well, that's another thing too. How many people here have to pay to get oil, recycled? A lot of the places around here, a lot of places won't take it anymore.
Here they have
That's
to
right.
pay me to collect it, get a
Yeah.
machine that can suck it up, put it in a thingy, and drive
Yeah.
it to the recycling
Right.
center. I have
see-
a charge for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Like,
charge
my town
$2.
My town uses waste oil, so they'll actually take it, but they got fined because people were putting solvents and things in there as well. So now you're not, like, I'm not allowed to pour it into the big container. You have to put it on the shelf. They test it with like litmus paper, the strips, to see if there's any specific, like toluene, benzene, things like that, because it's
Antifreeze.
not just fumes that'll come out of their waste oil furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we tag all of ours. When we take our jugs or whatever
Yeah.
we're taking to hazardous waste, it's marked whether it's straight fuel, whether it's oil and fuel mixture, whether it's straight oil.
They don't care what Advance Auto told me, because Advance Auto takes it too. That's where I get my car parts. They said they don't care if it's hydraulic oil, brake fluid, like that. It's when people were doing like brake clean and spraying it all over and not letting it evaporate for an hour. And when that was mixed in the oil, it doesn't evaporate so quickly, and that causes a problem when you use it in a waste oil furnace.
Of course.
Here you're not allowed to burn waste oil. Period.
Yeah, see,
No
here
one.
it's all the municipalities around
Yeah.
here. Every one of the garages
Yeah.
uses waste oil.
But I can get it doesn't they don't care if there's a little gasoline in it or a little brake clean or a little water from at the end bottom of some tank. They don't care. As long as they say this is majority is waste oil, they go thank you and take it. So I think I'm the lucky one when it comes to that. But I do charge people for getting rid of their old oil. I have two prices on my oil canisters. one where I remove the oil and one where I don't. And it's a surcharge.
The
Out
only
here in the
problem,
colonies, it's,
And the only time I give people the quart back
yeah,
is that if they ask me, can you please use this or something, and I only have that
I've never had
quart
anyone
bottles.
bring oil to me. Oh, no, one guy had Amsoil. He was like an Amsoil dealer, and he brought me some Amsoil. But Scott, I had a question for you. Waste, I mean, old generators or anything, old gasoline. What does your place do with it?
We put it in 30-gallon drums and it goes away.
Yeah.
I don't know what my employer does with it, but he makes it go away.
Because I've been working on a bunch of generators lately, and some of them with like 4-year-old fuel in it. If it doesn't smell like varnish, and I'll be honest, if it doesn't smell like varnish, I'll mix a little at a time in my snapper, and it burns it fine. I don't have a problem with it. But once you get that varnished, all bets are off. It's gone. You know.
We had a company coming and picking stuff up, so maybe that's where it's going. I don't know.
Well, I know
Waste oil we burn.
Safety Clean offers that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I know
the
people
oil
have-
filters, we got to get rid of the oil filters at the hazardous waste site also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you have? I know a lot of places they let them. If you, the trick is you put a pinhole in the top of the oil filter so it vents and then it'll all drain out.
Yeah.
And then you get, most people around here have crushers. They'll crush the oil filter. You know.
No, I take them to the hazardous waste site.
Really? See, with
Yeah.
us, our hazardous is only once a year. That's it. And the line's 2 miles long because it's 3 different towns.
No, ours is pretty good in Welland. It's a drive-in site right outside of the dump, so you don't even have to go into the dump area.
Yeah. That's why we pay a little more in tax, right, Wayne?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I was just thinking about it. I think he runs our fuel through one of those, I don't know what brand they're called, those special filters.
Right. But a big
Clean
one.
them up. And then he runs the fuel through the service truck or something.
Yeah. No, there's definitely filtration systems that they sell. We have them at our work, in big industrial place where these filters are literally 3 feet long. Okay. Special filters we use. And it takes out 90% of all kinds of contaminants. And then we could send it to be recycled. But they actually, these elements are not cheap. They're like $800 for a set of elements, but it lasts us the year. And it's got a pump on it and everything. So every time we get a drum of waste oil out of whatever machine, we have to put it through that filter first before anyone will take it. They want to see that you're using the filter. Yeah.
Now, will that filtering system, does that basically handle solids and suspension, or will that handle the chemical part of it too?
It's got 3 different filters on it, technically. It's got one for particulate at first. It's actually got 4 filters. You got a moisture filter, coalescer. You've got a particulate. Then you have a some different types of chemical with the reactions that it does, and then another one. So it's 4 different filters on it. But these are, it's about $800 a set. I know we pay.
Is this for fuel, Kenny?
It's for this is for oil, machinery
okay.
oil. But the same thing for fuel. If you go to like Granger or one of those big industrial places and look up industrial filtration unit, you'll see they're like carts, and they've got the long filters on them, and you can get down to 2 micron, 1 micron if you want for particulate and all that. But then they also have chemical separation type filters too, a lot more expensive, like diatomaceous earth and things like that, where it's really weeding out different elements and stuff. Just like when you buy filters for your water in your house, there's 100 different types you could buy depending on what you want it to do. So same thing with the filters. Safety Clean and some of these other corporations, Amatec, and people that put out filters, they'll actually ask you, what do you think is in it? And what do you want to filter out? And they'll sell you the element that pertains to it. But in our business, like I said, defense contractor, we have to do it by law. It's something that
Of course you do.
I knew a guy that burned his waste oil, and what he did is he made a tub out of coal, sand, coal, sand.
Yeah, charcoal, yeah.
Yeah, and he'd pour the oil through that and collect it on the bottom before he burned it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different methods to do it. I just, like I said, around here, because they burn so much of it in the municipality garages, all the highway garages and stuff, you can see it coming out. And, the neighbors, I'm sure the neighbors are bitching about it because you can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's toxic. It's full of heavy
Well,
metals.
just like on a cold day here, Klaus, it smells like a truck stop in my neighborhood because we're all burning number 2 fuel oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
all the
right.
furnaces are going, it smells like a truck stop,
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have natural gas on your street?
We
No.
have gas in the road, but only about 3 or 4 of the houses have it. Years ago, they would put it in for free, the gas company. Now it's about 10, 15 grand to dig the holes and connect, and screw that.
I don't have it on my street.
We have the
Wow.
street.
That's amazing to me, eh?
Yeah.
You guys got flushing toilets, or are you still using the little shit?
I shit in the woods, man.
Didn't you see that little outbuilding behind
I
the
shit with
shop?
the bears in the woods.
Yeah, behind
Oh
the
my
tree.
God, that's pretty good, Wayne.
You go by his place, you think you're going to one of them old style roadside rest stops with that big outhouse back there.
Hey, I have friends of mine that literally have outhouses. They do, because the houses are 1800s or whatever. And I said, do you really use it? And they said, not really. But, if they really got to go, I mean, like anything, you piss in the woods, right? You don't need a shack to do it,
I got a men's room behind the shop.
Yeah.
I built an outhouse for garden tools. It looks just like an outhouse, and
You
it's
got
built
the moon cut out on the door?
and it's built with boards that are over 100 years old from my grandfather's horse barn.
Wow.
And some new people moved in behind us, and they wanted to put up a fence and attach it to ours. And the guy's wife looked at me and she says, by the way, she says, don't get offended, but you got an outhouse in the back of your house? And I said, no, that's for garden tools, but it's designed after an outhouse.
Yeah.
God forbid, don't go smoking near one of those.
Hey, I used an outhouse back in Belgium. Yeah, my
Yeah.
grandmother still had an outhouse.
You know what
They're
freaked me
still
out, though?
common
You,
on rural
you
properties
talk
here.
about Europe. When I landed in Frankfurt Airport, I went into the can.
Okay.
There's a freaking hole in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
Like, the hell is that? You literally had to stand there and squat and do number 2. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm going back, this is 35 years ago, but I was
That's
like,
how the
really?
Chinese still do it.
Yeah. There was a big
Toilets
hole in the
are
middle
4
of
inches above the
the
ground.
floor. But what's cool about Germany, though? I did a lot of business there in the 90s. The place, and Klaus, you probably heard of it, Fichtel Sachs, the world's largest bicycle builder, Fichtel Sachs.
Yeah, Sachs. Yeah.
Sachs Dolmar, same company, but
Yeah.
Fichtel Sachs is the world's largest, oldest bicycle manufacturer, and they're in Schweinfurt. And we went to Schweinfurt, for business. And when you go to the cafeteria there to have lunch, it's bring your own silverware.
Yeah.
You have guys in 3-piece suits with knives, forks, and spoons in their pockets. I'm like, what the hell is this? Then they got wash sinks, these concrete wash sinks, and I'm talking like vice president of company. He's eating his spätzle, and then he's washing off his knife and fork. The guy's making $1 million and he's washing the knife and fork. But it was a public cafeteria that every business around used for lunch. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's why he's got $1 million, Kenny.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was just weird seeing guys. They could buy and sell you, and they're bringing silverware in their pocket.
Yep.
Kind of cool. Yeah.
Called chopsticks.
About doing a little upgrade out in my building out there. If I get a windfall, that back corner, for those that have seen my shop tour where the floor buffers are, I want to close that in because I've got a toilet flange and I've got live water out there. I want to make that a little stall with a sink and a toilet. And I'm going to throw a little hand blower up on the wall. I got one out there to do that.
Cool.
Now, do you guys charge for shop supplies?
Yes.
Like when you're doing a job, like,
Yes.
and put it separately for greases, oils, spray
It
lube?
depends.
Yes.
It depends. The only time I do it lately, because in my hourly rate, okay, I'll add maybe some paper towel, whatever. But if I'm doing an old blower that's going to take 2 tubes of grease, yes, I'll charge because
of course.
grease ain't cheap.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I do it permanently. And the only way I differ between the push mower and the riding mower. They're 2 different rates. And on a chainsaw, if I have to clean that chainsaw, if they ask me to clean it, that's the most expensive one.
Well, look at Erica with the spot treatment. I mean, I don't know. When they come back sometimes, I'm like, shit, that would have taken me an hour to do.
Right.
And and Scotty, you could attest to this. Chainsaws are the worst freaking things to clean,
Yes.
especially
Yeah.
when the
Concrete saws are.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The concrete saws. Yeah, you're right.
Concrete saws are the worst.
Because then you don't only have dust, you have that mud.
I still think a chainsaw with a dull chain where they're using that bio oil and going to hardwood, I'll still take the concrete saw.
Yeah, the bio oil is bad. It bakes onto the cylinder and you can't get it
Cooks.
off and the things
Yeah.
overheat.
It's I hate that stuff.
Yeah, but how about used motor oil though? That's even
I
worse.
actually
It's
didn't
just
know. It's
messy. You
actually
can
not.
clean it
It's
up,
messy.
and it
Yeah.
might stain, but it doesn't bake onto the cylinder like
Wow.
biodegradable oil does.
You sell a lot of that, Scott? Bio oil?
No, we got one local contractor that it must be part of his,
Tree house?
his plan or whatever, that he's green or whatever,
Yeah.
and he buys it by the case. But he's pretty much the only guy.
But I mean, if you use it on a saw and you use it regularly and you keep your chain sharp, it's not that big of an issue.
The bio
It-
oil,
Yeah, I mean, it's when
you
they
know,
store it.
mist that comes off the bar and the chain. If the
Yeah.
wind's blowing the right way, it gets sucked into the air intake on the starter,
Yeah.
and then the cylinder gets coated in that,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
bakes right on there, and it's a mess.
Well, especially on some of these Husky saws. I have some of them. They spray oil when you're running them. Well, Scott, do you see? I know they say in the manual 1 tank of fuel for 1 tank of oil. Is that right? Or
It's usually you should have some oil left in the tank after you've emptied the fuel tank.
okay.
They're designed so that you should run out of oil if you have them both topped off when you start.
Don't some of them have adjustable oilers where you can vary?
Yeah, the higher price ones do.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Most of the pro ones do.
Yeah.
I think, and still you can buy different pumps, different size pumps.
Well, I know you could do the modification on the cam too. You can grind the angle a little
Yeah,
bit.
but you can buy different steel pumps. You know those little metal thingies. You can buy a high flow and a regular for some of the models.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, but usually it's just you change the angle of the cam on the end. Change that angle.
Yeah.
Did you do a video on that, Scott? Did you do a video on that? Changing the angle on the oil pump cam to give it more stroke?
I don't mess with it. I
No.
just make sure it works as it was designed.
Do you see any what would you call, like, when you see oil pump failure? Is it more just dirt?
I guess, you could have failure on the drive or the driven gear.
Yep. Yeah, where the teeth get chipped off and stuff. Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, sometimes you see some wear in the shaft in the pump if they're using like used motor oil,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they're pretty durable. The plastic geared ones, those strip all the time. The metal geared ones hold up pretty good.
How are the newer Huskies for oil leaking on those rubber parts? Are they pretty good lately, the newer stuff?
Yeah, the owner's manual says if you're going to store it, it's going to leak.
Yeah.
Empty the tank or it's going to leak.
Yeah.
So-
I usually, in the summer especially, crack the oil cap and have it sitting up because the pressure just from sitting in a 100-degree shed, just
Yeah,
bleeds
it's
all over.
amazing. It's amazing how much. I got one on the bench right now. It's a T430. I think that's what it was. And the guy's hit it back a couple of times, and I try to tell him, it's going to leak. That's all there is to it. I put a different pump on it, put a
How they're
different
made.
tank in it, different lines. It still leaks. And I even drained the oil out of that thing, and the stupid thing leaked about a quarter-size puddle when it was empty, just from the oil that was left in the tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
get
guys,
more
we're having
complaints than the
Christmas dinner
Husky
today,
oil.
so I have to go.
Okay,
It's a
Bruce.
late Christmas dinner, but we're doing it today. So see
Happy
you guys.
New
When
Year.
are you leaving? When are you leaving?
The 5th of January.
Oh, okay. So a little later.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll see you guys. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care,
Have a
Bruce.
good day,
Bye.
Bruce.
Yeah.
care, Bruce.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Yeah.
New Year to you.
Yeah, you're right. All Husqvarnas leak. They do. So
But see, that's a good move on Husky's part to put that in the manual.
Yeah.
Because then you can't say I've got an issue that is a manufacturing issue where there's got to be a recall or a warranty because it's leaking, because they got it right in that they're all going to leak.
Yeah, but you know what kills me though, Wayne? Someone brings you a 21-year-old saw. Really?
Yeah.
That leaks.
Well, they expect it, to act like it's brand new as far as oil leaks and things like that. It's like your rubber is like tap, tap, tap. It's not rubber anymore.
So usually they get a series of questions like, did you buy it new and did it not leak for the first 20 years and now all of a sudden it's leaking,
Yeah.
or did it leak the whole time?
Yeah, but how many customers are honest, right?
I'd say 30%.
Yeah, and you take a look in the carrying case that it comes in, and it's got a quart of oil in it.
I made the mistake. I worked on a home light what was it called? A something 27, TR 27, something 27. It's a cheapo home light. It's fairly new. Well, it wasn't new. It was like 20 years old, but the guy never used it. All right. It had no bar oil in it. I made the mistake. I'm going to fill it up for the guy. So the day I go to deliver it, I take it out of my truck. I open up the case. It's swimming in oil. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't have any oil. He goes, yeah, I meant to tell you, don't put oil in it. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Thank you.
No, it took me 20 minutes to clean the damn case and like 2 cans of brake.
Yeah.
That's the worst to clean up is bar oil. That stuff is like glue.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't home lights use at least some of them, don't they use a pressurized oil system instead of a pump?
Some of the old ones.
The older ones, yeah, the older ones.
Yeah, they had a little duck bill.
No, but this was no. You're talking on the older ones with the duck bills. That's different, where it uses the combustion and all that. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, crankcase pressure.
Yeah.
That's the older EZs and the twos and all those, the HL2s or
That's going way back.
Yeah, that's going to the 60s, 70s. Yeah.
My last chainsaw, you had a button you had to push.
Well, a lot of them had both. You had the auto and manual lubers, depending on how big and what it was.
I will say for bar oil, Steel has this cleaner they call Vario Clean.
I can't get that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But it's expensive. It'll take bar oil. Vario Clean.
Never heard of it.
I think we asked Erica one time, I think.
Pull up a picture, Klaus.
Is this the stuff for cleaning the carbon off the top of the piston?
Nope.
No, it's for cleaning the cooling system, I think.
Oh, Honest Mechanic, how you doing?
guys?
Where are you located?
Oh, you got to shut off YouTube. You got YouTube on as well. Shut off YouTube.
Pull up a picture, Klaus.
There we go.
That's
Like
better.
Cafeteria.
Where are you located, Honest Mechanic?
We're out in Canada. I'm out in Ontario, actually, a little bit north, about 4 hours north of Toronto, actually.
I wonder if you're close to Erica and Tyler and those guys. They're in Ontario.
You know what? I mean, Ontario's pretty large, but
Yeah, they're on the north side of Lake Ontario.
Hold on, guys.
No, not quite.
Let's see. I'm trying to get my screens right. Hold on, guys.
Looks like you got a nice, well-equipped shop there.
It's not bad at all. I mean, it's does what I need it to do. I mean, got my lift for my cars, got a lift for the ATVs, a little bit of everything.
Now, is that your home or a shop?
This is my house, yeah. So I don't actually have a real shop to work out of. So YouTube is kind of like it's my pastime, just something I do on the
Like
side.
the most of us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here it is, Scott.
Hold on. Vario Clean.
Also, it also
So what are you
comes-
using that for?
A degreaser. So
Okay.
degreaser. It's pretty acidic, I think, or alkali or something. It's pretty. I mean, raw, untreated aluminium, it'll corrode on it. So you want to wash it off with water. But I'm telling you, on mowers where you have that grass that's been almost caked into the paint, this stuff spray it on, wait 2 minutes, pressure wash it, it goes away.
Now, is that concentrated or is that already diluted?
I don't dilute it.
Oh,
Let's say it that way.
It works so good.
I tried Super Clean straight out of the 5-liter jug or whatever size jug, the concentrated stuff. It 8 holes in an aluminum carburetor bowl.
Yeah. You don't want to use this on internal parts. You want
That's
to use
the part number from Canada. It says when I look up Vario Clean, it shows up as .ca, not US for it, and that's the number it gives. So.
I've never tried it myself, but sounds like it works great.
Yeah.
How come
Sounds
Canada
weird.
gets all the good stuff?
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Good prices too here, Scott.
Yeah.
A lot more than in the States.
Hey, Klaus,
Yes.
is this the stuff?
I can't see. I still can't see.
You
No.
gotta tilt it. Yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
yes,
Yeah,
that's the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but wait a minute. Hold on, you're backwards. Wait a minute.
Does it say Vario Clean on it?
It doesn't say Vario Clean on that. What's a
think
part number? Does it have a part number?
Yes,
Hold on. What's part number?
it is. Part number 08 or 0782 space 516 space 8000.
Yeah, that's Vario Clean 500 milliliter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can also get it in a 5
But it
liter.
says, yeah, but you know what? It's Canada only. Canada
No
only.
kidding, eh?
Huh.
Can't get it.
You
in the
guys
States.
get all the
Google
good stuff. I'm
search,
telling
that's
you.
what I come up with.
Seeing in Canada, we got Fruit
Yep,
Loops
you're
that don't
right.
have
There it
all
is.
the problems that you
Yep.
got with your Fruit Loops in the U.S.
By Fruit Loops, you mean the politicians?
No, the cereal.
No.
They say that we've got like way less ingredients in our Fruit Loops than what is being sold in the U.S.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't want to use this stuff in an ultrasonic, I'll bet.
No, I
you
wouldn't.
don't. No, you don't. You don't
Throw your
want to put it.
carburetor in there and it
No,
disappears.
no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
You don't put it on
everything on
internal
mine is
parts.
Canadian. Yeah, nothing shows up US.
Actually, I got a question about that. What do you guys put in your ultrasonic cleaners? Is there a special product you guys
I've
use?
got one that I really like, and I've actually learned it from YouTube. The Simple Green Aircraft and Precision Parts Cleaner that will not hurt aluminum.
I just used a regular simple green. Yeah, so
Really?
And we use Zep Orange.
I use the stuff from Harbor Freight.
yeah, but the new stuff, because Conan said the new stuff will turn aluminum gray.
If I leave it in there too long, it will. So if I'm going to
Yeah.
clean a flywheel,
Yeah.
it isn't in there for. I go 5-minute cycles.
Yeah.
If I leave it in there a whole 5-minute cycle, it'll turn it gray. But
Do you heat
Halfway.
it, Scott? Do you heat it?
yeah,
What's your temperature? Because I know mine.
50 Celsius.
Yeah, mine set at 60 Celsius. It was like 145 or something.
That's where I got mine at. I
Good.
got that little Vevor, and that Simple Green stuff I use as far as like the color of the detergent, in its straight form, it just has a bare tinge of blues. When you actually mix it in the ultrasonic, you don't really see the color.
Yeah.
But
Well, let me ask you guys about ultrasonics. Those that are familiar with the ultrasonics, the newer ones all have the degas feature.
Yeah,
Did
the
any of you
5
guys
minutes.
degas it the old way?
yeah, the ones that don't have it, you got to do that. Well, I think it was Klaus that mentioned run it for about 10 minutes without anything in it to degas it, and then you can.
Yeah. See, I just throw the friggin' parts in, hit the button, walk away.
That's what I
Yeah.
do.
I mean, the degas. I know they say degas is good and all that. But I don't have the.
Yeah, but
patience.
isn't it dependent on what type of water you're using as well? No?
Yes.
Well, you're
no,
supposed
yes,
to use
no.
distilled water.
Yeah, but if
we
you're
use
using
regular
well
tap
water that's highly mineralized, isn't it going to act differently than distilled?
I don't think any of us here will be able to tell the difference.
Really?
Yeah, I don't use distilled. I tried it. I didn't see any
I don't
difference
either.
from my tap water.
I tried.
Yeah, if you have city water, it's all filtered and stuff. But like John's saying here, the Cascade dish pods, I thought those are very alkaline, though.
I just did a test on it, and I mean all it's not the detergent that cleans your stuff, it's the ultrasonic waves.
Yeah, it's the explosions. Yeah.
The cleaner just carries away dirt, so it looks cleaner on the
Yeah.
It
outside.
loosens it up, and then the ultrasonic can.
Yeah, the microscopic bubbles explode,
Yes.
and that's what blasts all the dirt off. Technically.
And you should clean a carburetor before you put it into an ultrasonic.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
I will say that it doesn't matter if you're using dish soap or what, as long as it doesn't change the color of your aluminum.
I
it doesn't
must
matter.
admit, though, just Dawn dish soap and water, that works good, too.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. Because it's
Fantastic.
yeah, and it's just a degreaser to help carry
Mm.
that grease away from whatever it is you're cleaning. I will
And
say
still-
though, the little chainsaw carburetors, trimmer carburetors, I never clean them in the water-based solution. I put
I've
them in
been
a
doing
jar.
like Scott, though. I'll use peanut butter.
I put them in a jar with
Yeah.
a mix of gasoline and carb cleaner,
Yeah.
and put it in there, and then I let it, because
Yeah.
I've had old Walbros that there's some kind of a check valve in there. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, with the cloth in there, the little cloth.
And if water gets in, you can't get out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
and then-
gotcha.
And when I'm done with it, I do like Bruce does. I dunk him in alcohol,
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol,
Yeah,
and then air blow him. But I'd say I upped my success rate quite a bit when I stopped putting those small carburetors into the water solution directly.
Yeah.
I think lowering the surface tension of the water makes a big difference, whatever product you're using, because then it can penetrate, and the cleaner can penetrate to the product better too.
And Stella
I mean-
uses Pine Sol, and now that they've come out with the lavender one, you can make your shop smell beautiful and stress-free.
And that's one of the reasons I don't use like Simple Green, because I can't stand the smell of that stuff.
Yeah.
The cheap stuff I get from Harbor Freight doesn't have any smell to it, and it doesn't bother me. But I've tried like the Zep and some other things,
Yeah.
and it
You
don't.
use the yellow or the
Kenny,
purple?
who's in the basement?
I tried them both, but
Hold on.
I might do things a little different than a lot of you. So I have a 5-gallon ultrasonic cleaner, and I tap 5 gallons of hot water from the sink, dump it in there, add my chemical, and then I use it like a sink, and I wash parts in that hot water while it's running, because I'm for
My ultrasonic
eBay
cleaner
store
is-
cleaning a whole chainsaw parts at a time. And I just use it like a bathtub and brush stuff over the top.
You,
of it.
you want to hear something shitty? My daughter's been at this car place for 2 hours now. Okay.
Wow.
They say she owes $4.83 car tax. They can't give her the car until it clears through DMV on Monday.
Wow.
Oh man.
And you can tell
$4.83. Seriously?
Kenny, you can tell her that we're okay with her calling it the Pumpkinator.
But what kills me is it's a transfer of plates. She's not getting new plates from DMV, but yet they're restricting the dealer to issue the title to her until she's already paid it, but it's not showing at DMV's computer. So now she's got to wait till Monday. Unbelievable. Don't move to Connecticut.
Crazy.
Ugh.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
Klaus,
Yes.
my buddy here heard you, and he has to get in on the video. I swear it. I was telling this to Ken and Archie that every time Charlie hears you in chat, he comes in.
Well, I have the same thing with mine. Whenever Hank is on, he's there. So must be, yeah.
I need to get Charlie his own YouTube channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty boring. Beep shit.
Yeah, it would.
That's all he
It
does.
would. It'll be 10 minutes of action and 10 hours of sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Scott, you didn't find any
All
difference
good for
between
about
the
10 seconds of
purple
viewing,
and
and
the
that's about
yellow?
the end of it.
Yeah, I did, but it's been about a year now, and I can't remember
There
which
you
one I
go,
liked
Bob.
better.
Because one is supposed to be
There you go.
stronger than the other.
Right, and I bought both at the same time because I didn't know which one would be better, and I did test them both. But dang it, Hank, I can't remember the results.
What kind of dilution, though? Just a little bit in there, or what? How much?
So if I got a 5-gallon parts washer, I just take the gallon jug and I start in one corner and I turn it upside down and I walk around the whole thing. So I probably put 1/5 of a gallon in each 5-gallon tank. Just something to help it a little bit. It's really the heat and the scrubbing that I'm doing because I'm like doing it over a sink basically.
Yeah. Do you guys have like an automotive washing machine set up there as well, or no?
No.
Like they have a machine shop. It's almost like a dishwasher for like
Oh,
parts.
this is at home I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The
I've seen
knuckle
that.
draggers on the other side of the shop, they have an ultrasonic cleaner, and I don't even get involved in it. I do like Klaus does and put the carb in the gas if I'm gonna do it. But to be honest, I rarely put a carburetor in ultrasonic these days.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting a turkey, the turkey outside turkey, whatever they
Hot,
container.
very hot?
Yeah, with the propane on, and the stand.
Oh yeah, you can boil them. Yeah,
Boil the water and then put the parts in there,
yeah.
and
Nothing
as
can go wrong
oil.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
then
took
you,
my
then you have
6
chainsaw soup.
Yeah, I took my 6 liter burnt out ultrasonic cleaner and I put gasoline in it and I use that with a brush to clean off all the carbs before they go in the ultrasonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sits outside.
Yeah.
So,
Gas is a
and
good
then
cleaner.
as far as dilution goes, I just take on both of them, the 6 and the 3 liter, I just put whatever salt, whatever cleaner we're going to use, degreaser, just above the bottom of the basket when it's sitting in there. That's good enough. Then I put hot water in. And then Jake gives me shit, but I always dump it out into a stainless steel pail until I start seeing a little bit of particles coming. And I reheat that and use it over and over and over again until it's like, when it looks bad, it's getting changed.
Yeah.
But I just tried some of that stuff they sell in the States. LA Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that worked good.
What is it?
LA Awesome, I think it's called.
Yeah. It's in every dollar store.
Yeah. And it's cheap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
It's
works good.
yellow.
Works as I haven't had any issues with it not removing any debris or ethanol staining on the aluminum tower or anything. It's worked good.
It works good. Yeah. It looks just like the stuff that Harbor Freight sells. The
Oh yeah,
yellow.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jake just bought one from Summit Racing to try out. I don't know if it's all sports performance or something. It's a specialized ultrasonic cleaner. It's blue. So that's what's in the ultrasonic cleaner now. And I got a snowblower out there to fire up, but it cleared all the jets out that were plugged up.
Totally.
Now, this looks like the old Harbor Freight cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
LA,
Yeah, it looks like
LA
it.
is totally awesome. Yeah.
And it's cheap.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, and
our-
I run the ultrasonic for 20-minute cycles, and I haven't had any carburetors come out dark other than when we first started. We were using the wrong stuff, and it was attacking the aluminum.
Joe, well, be careful with Ziplocs, though. I had a Ziploc with some chemicals in it with a 2-stroke carb, and it got pinholes in it. The vibration of the sharp edges on the carburetor put a pinhole into it, and it leaked all into the water in the ultrasonic.
Yeah.
So
I
while
use
you mason jars with the rubber gasket, that way, peanut butter jars sometimes leak because it's plastic.
Yeah.
I have a tall, narrow diameter plastic container with a screw-on lid.
Yeah.
I think it was candy thingy, and I put it in so the top of it never goes below the surface of the water, and I got some counterweights in it so it stands still.
Yeah.
It works
See, with the
great.
heat on, though, I tried to keep mine covered, so I tried submersing it, with the peanut butter jar, and the pressure and everything, it leaked past the threads and it contaminated it a little bit. Yeah.
When I do that,
right in the water.
I use windshield washer fluid in the container to keep it in there during the winter because it doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
I want
Do you guys? I know Scott, you do, but do you guys reuse your solution?
I'll keep the saturated water in there for maybe a month, and then I'll get rid of it.
The windshield washer fluid doesn't go bad; it stays nice.
Yeah.
When I'm done with my
But only if you're using a container.
and I clean it out.
Yeah. I use mine maybe depending on if it's a small carb, which goes into that jar, it doesn't ruin the solution. But regular carbs, I'll do 3, maybe 4 carbs in the same solution and just reheat it. I don't have an issue with that. Most of the gunk falls to the bottom. But I use a something designed for ultrasonic cleaning, and it's a little expensive, so I kind of want to get a couple of uses out of it.
I want your guys' opinion on this, and I kind of was going to correct somebody on. I was watching a video the other day. A guy was trying to clean
John
bicycle cassettes, and he was like, "I just put them directly on the bottom of the tank." I'm like, "No." I was thinking this. I'm like, no, because that I've heard that if you do that, it could wear holes in the bottom of the tank.
I don't know. You know, that becomes so cheap. If it just looks at me funny, I'll buy another one.
I use mine. I use the basket because it's got
Yeah.
it sets it up just ever so slightly off the bottom. I did a Honda carburetor in it for a
But-
TX200. I
but,
forget what it's on.
I will say that the last one Vivor sent me, it has a, I can't remember the term of it. It has
Oh,
a, you know,
you'll buy a new one, but they send you these all the time.
they do.
Yeah,
And
disposable.
I just go get another one from the
Uh-huh.
cabinet.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, Vivor, send me another one.
yeah, and but in it comes.
There it is.
No. What it means, it's got this function that when you first turn it on, it goes full tilt, 40 kilohertz something. But then it has a button where it changes the frequency. And
Yes,
sometimes when you look at a carb and you press that button, all kinds of gunk is coming off of it. And then you switch back and more gunk comes off. But if you don't do anything, nothing happens. I don't know what that's about, but it works.
well, some of the higher end ones, Klaus.
Well, it's got to be the oscillations off of the transducer.
Yeah, I know, but you'd think that half power would be not as good as full power.
Well, no,
But
because when you cut the hertz in half, that's more actual. The pulses are more vigorous. But I've seen some of the
Vigorous.
higher ones that have what they call sweep, where it'll have a low and a high, and instead of just going to low and high, it goes up. And, it varies good, up and down.
I don't know. It's
What they call sweep.
yeah, sweep. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it says sweep. I don't know.
Yeah,
I get frustrated sometimes because I get so annoyed from the noise of it that I can't stand it. So I go press that. Then it makes a different noise. I can stand it a little longer.
Yeah, the sweeping sound, it kind of goes.
Yeah, there were people trying to put mufflers on them, all kind of. You know what? Put it in another room. That's all.
Yeah.
So I just got off the phone with my daughter. They said if she wanted, she could put the car in her husband's name, put him on the insurance, and for an extra $350, she could take the car today.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Pay the extra $5.
I would seriously start thinking about kicking someone.
Yeah.
But you know what? And I said to her, I go, Jess, what the hell tax is $4.83? Usually my car tax is $300 or $200 or whatever, right? It must be, I don't know, some kind of charge or something.
Transferal fee or something.
No, but $4.83. Oh my
You
God.
would think the dealer would cover $4.83.
It's not the dealer. The DMV will not allow the transfer of plate
Oh,
until they have it cleared in their computer, and they close at noon. I go, what time
Right.
did you get there? 1.
Yeah.
yeah.
She was supposed to be there at 11. She was there at 1. So, no, she admitted. She said when the guy said to her the other day, make sure all your taxes are up to date, she should have went home and checked, But who would have known? She didn't know. I mean, she didn't know.
Maybe that
No.
agent just wants a couple Starbucks or something.
Well.
She's gonna try to.
Hey, Arch is here. Hey, Arch.
Archie.
Abel.
Beeble.
Uh-oh.
Dilly.
No, we're not quitting. We go 2 hours, Abel.
Tom's in the hospital again.
What?
Vintage, yeah.
He's in
No.
the hospital?
He's having fainting, nausea, fever, and can't get off the toilet problems.
Uh-oh.
Which Tom is this?
It's from
John?
eating all that kangaroo.
Our
Yeah.
friend Vintage Engine Repair.
He
No, Mike, DMV is closed for the day, Mike, so you can't even do it. No, hey, Mike, I gave her a lot more than $350, just so you know. Dad helped out with this one.
Dad's always helping out.
That's all right. She's a cancer survivor, so I'll do
Ah,
whatever.
good man.
Yeah. Anywho, Canada would be a carbon tax. Yeah. I just can't wait till Monday when she goes to DMV. What the hell is the $4.83? I just want to know what it is. Anyway.
Yep.
Hope you feel better, Tom, if you're watching.
Well, our vanity plates over here in Canada used to cost $100. Now it's like $353 for a vanity
Really?
plate.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, vanity's not cheap. Hey, Guyana here. Wow. Holy cow.
From Guyana. All right.
Wow.
Somebody
What'd you have?
flush.
What'd you have for lunch, Arch? Anything good? We went out for Italian last night. I had linguine with shrimp. What is it? Fra Diavolo with the hot sauce.
Honest Mechanic, what's your first name?
It's Rick, actually.
It's what?
It's Rick.
Rick.
Oh, okay, Rick.
Yeah.
Thought he said me.
So the whole honest mechanic thing came in as it was a joke a long time ago. I did a repair for someone, and they said, thank you so much for doing that repair. I wish I would have known an honest mechanic like you before. So this was before I got onto YouTube, and when I started the channel, I didn't know what to call it. So I said, what the heck? Let's call myself the honest mechanic, because as you guys all know, we're all crooks out there. We're all trying to make money and make people pay extra for things that we don't do, and so yeah, that's kind of how I got my
That's
name.
why they call them stealerships.
Yeah.
There you go, right?
You got your name off of all the people on this screen right here. We're all honest mechanics.
Ish.
It's exactly right. So yeah, my whole name's
Speak for
Rick.
yourself, Wayne.
Yeah. I'll rob anyone any day.
Yeah, but isn't it amazing though how many of your customers think you are robbing them?
Yeah.
I'll tell them, on a Sunday afternoon, like an hour before the guy's party's going to start and his lawnmower shits the bed, call the dealer.
Yeah.
See if they answer the phone.
Yeah.
Kenny, we actually had a customer show up. Never had him. He had made an appointment with Jake. He showed up, brought his equipment. And the first thing he said to me was, I've heard you guys do really good quality work, but you're really expensive. And I didn't even say anything to him. I didn't even want to know where he got that from, but I mentioned it to Jake. So we did his equipment. We had it ready that night.
Yeah.
Finished it off, called him up after the invoice was typed the next morning. The guy showed up. I think his bill was like $353, if I remember correctly. It was like a decent bill for a riding mower. We had gone over everything. The guy gave us $380.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, I thought you said we were expensive and you're giving us a tip like that.
Wow.
I usually have the thing with, because my hourly rate is low. It's actually unfair, but it's low. And when people come and say, "Oh, that's expensive," I said, "No, it's not. It's a lot of money, yes."
Yeah, I'm less than half of the dealer. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if I get to the dealer, ask them.
Yeah, exactly. I never.
But I
do
had the
that.
one guy one time.
I do tell him. You know what? If you brought your machine in every year like you're supposed to, the bill wouldn't be that high. But it's been 5 years since you last had this serviced, and 2 out of 3 belts are gone. All the rollers are gone. Blades are gone. A spindle is gone, and it's just racking up. I mean, and
I only have about a dozen customers that literally will come back every year around April saying it's time. Other than that, and the ones that don't come back for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you just serviced it, and I'll be like, in 2009.
That's why I put service stickers on the machines that leaves my shop.
Do you put the silver paint on the oil filter, the date?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do it mostly for myself, because if I come in and see it was serviced last year, then I will not replace the filter this year. It goes 100 hours. The other oil and stuff is 50 hours, right?
Yeah.
So I leave it in, and I don't charge them for a new filter. Why should I? But if I don't know the machine, or if it doesn't have my sticker on it, the filter comes off. Don't care.
Hey, that better not be an adult channel.
Brett.
And then we always run off the customer's previous invoice to look at what we did on the machine, so we know what we've done.
What are you looking at?
But the best one is when you get the customers that call and said, "Hey, you just charged me $185 and I only used my lawnmower once, and I can't get it started." And you check, and it was 2 or 3 months ago you did their mower.
I usually tell people, if they want the discussion, that if you buy a piece of garden machinery or a chainsaw or a trimmer, whatever, within the first 10 years of its life, you will need to have spent just as much money on maintenance and repair as you did buying it. If
Yeah.
you haven't done that, you're behind. So the bill will come at some point. Now you come to a guy like me, it's going to be cheaper because that calculation is based on you taking it to the dealer. But 10 years, you have to have spent as much money as you paid for that chainsaw. If you haven't, you're behind, and it's going to get expensive one day.
Well, look at my son with his Toyota, 150,000 miles. Plugs have never been changed. The valve cover gasket never been changed, stuff like that, and you know. But
Yeah,
still,
I mean, those plugs go 120, I think. So
they when I looked up that particular Iridium plug, it said guaranteed 100 for that
Yeah.
plug.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
put in what you recommended, the Denzos.
yeah, put Densos
He
in.
got his money's worth.
Yeah, it would have still run if the damn oil didn't
I know.
get all into
And-
the coil pack. You know?
And the plugs came out okay.
Oh yeah, but you know what it was? The valve cover gasket has the tube seals for the spark plug wells,
Oh
and
yeah.
it was like plastic, hard plastic. It was just brittle, and they filled up with oil, so one of the coil packs shorted out, and we had a misfire. He's shitting a brick like, oh, it's waving, doing this, doing that, and you know, misfire number 2. It was the coil pack. I pulled out the coil pack; it's dripping with oil. So, that's all.
To get back to the small engine thing, and something I try to explain to people is that if you don't service it regularly, maybe you just have a bad tensioner pulley. But if it stops running, you also need a new belt. You just
Yeah.
doubled the cost.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's yeah. So some people take it to heart. I have probably 15, 20 people that die hard comes the day after they done mowing in the fall. Some want it washed, some don't. Some have washed it already, but they want it serviced so they can take it back, put it in the shed, and forget about it until next spring.
And they had a bushel of grass on top of the mower deck.
Some do, some don't. I mean, if I have to wash a machine, that's a surcharge.
Yeah, what do you charge to clean a deck though, Klaus? If it's clumped on and really bad.
With
It depends on if I have to take the deck off to get to if I have to take it off to get to the blades or a spindle, I will scrape it. I won't wash it, but I will scrape it.
If it's all dried, I'll scrape it. But sometimes you get it in the beginning of the season, it's like seaweed muck. You know?
Yeah, it is, and it's yucky.
well, that's called dog poo.
Yeah. If it smells of dog poo, I will bleach that sucker down until it doesn't smell before it even gets in the shop.
Here you go,
I'm
Klaus.
not working on it.
So do you put an FDS charge on there?
What?
An FDS charge?
What's that?
Frickin' dog stuff.
I do a whole wash, and that's pretty expensive here. It's about
I got one full
$55.
of goose shit one time from a golf course, and it was all full of goose shit. Ugh.
The worst thing to try to get out is the dog crap that's in the treads of the tires. Especially when the customer wants to put a snowplow or a snowblower on the front and you got to put chains on it now.
I don't have to deal with that, but when I can smell it from 40 feet across the shop where the knuckle draggers are working on it, man, I feel sorry for them guys.
Yeah.
I've had guys come into our shop and they say they want their blade sharpened on their mower, and they don't bother to even make a finger to get the stuff out from under the deck. They just get done cutting and say, "Oh, I want my blade sharpened." They bring it in, and usually it's the people they just mowed had 3 German Shepherds. The mower comes in, it smells like a diaper pail.
Yeah, I'm
and
telling
then
you,
charge them for that, and they throw it in. It's like, hey,
I'm going to get that gallon jug of bleach, and it's not coming in the shop until it stops smelling. I can't have that in, and particularly if it's cold outside, it comes in and it heats up.
One of my buddies lived across the street from a farm, right? The main road, and across the street was a farm. When that guy once or twice a year brought the manure spreader out,
oh yeah,
put on your oxygen mask, because I don't care where you are, if you're inside, outside. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, I'm a country boy, right? So you get used to it.
But the funny thing was when there was a brand new Lincoln Continental. I'm going back 10, 15, 20 years ago. Brand new Lincoln Continental drove by, white. He went a little too close to the side of the road. I mean, fresh manure from the spreader. all over the side of the car. The guy, he probably didn't even know he did it, but when he got home, he knew.
Yeah.
I think the worst smell of that is, what some of the farmers they have slurry,
Yeah.
and when
Well,
they
the pig
steer,
farm, just the pig farm.
yeah, when they steer the tank in spring.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine with what is it, like a tow motor with a big squeegee on the front of it, and he squeegees the pig pens,
Yeah.
and that is the nastiest.
I mean, when it just comes out of the pig, it's bad, but it's not that bad. But once it's in that slurry tank for 6 months and they steer it,
Soup's on.
and if you get it on your fingers, you can wash them as many times as you want. It'll still stink.
Well, I'm passing on dinner tonight.
There you go.
I was say, what's Chubby bringing tonight?
Chubby, no, there's no fights. Fights are off until
Get out.
2025.
Really?
Yeah, so we're not doing. I forget when the first one is in January. He's already called that he wants hamburgers, double hamburger with fried onions and jalapeno peppers.
Oh man, sounds
We
good.
did that on the Blackstone, and he said those were the best hamburgers he ever ate in his life, and they were pretty simple.
Simple hamburgers are usually the best.
It smells worse between pig shit and cat shit.
Hamburgers? What?
No, I said what's worse between pig shit and cat.
Why don't you go test it out and come back and tell us? I'm not doing it.
Well, ain't no pigs around here, and I can already tell you about cats, seeing as I have one.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, I got the litter box 15 feet from me, and when my cat goes, I mean, I don't know what my cat does or what he eats, and it's the same stuff all the time. But when he has problems, you can tell because I got to leave the room.
Maybe
The
this
end of
is
the live
a-
stream.
Expensive, what is it called? This buffalo something litter. It's expensive shit. Blue buffalo, they call it.
blue
It's a
buffalo.
very expensive cat litter, but you know what? It ain't masking that odor.
You know what works good for cat litter, and I've been using it for a couple of years. I used to use Fresh Step, but somebody turned me on to Arm & Hammer Slide.
Yeah.
It does very good for that. And you know how some cat litter, when you go to clean the box, it like stick to the box. With this stuff, that don't happen.
Yeah, we usually put a plastic trash bag down, then put the shit in there so we could clean up. But then he'll go in there with his freaking claw through the bottom of the bag, and then all the piss goes all over the bottom.
All righty.
You hungry, Wayne?
Let's get back to ultrasonic cleaners, shall we?
That's it.
Yeah, Wayne.
Oof.
So as you can see, this live stream went right from outhouses to cat shit, pig shit, all kinds of shit.
Well, yeah, he left about 10 minutes ago.
Magic Cat.
We have
I got
we have
two
a
saws coming in on Monday. The guy called me earlier, and he says, they run. He says, I want you to just tune them. I've got a 361C coming in and a 044. And he said they run. He just wants them tuned. So I figure while I'm at it, I'll pull the recoil and I'll clean. I do that for part of a tune-up on a saw. I'll clean the cooling system. Fuel filter, air filter, bar, chain, pull the cover. So when the guy gets it back, it's going to be as close to looking like a new saw as it,
Hey,
But
real
did you
quick,
test-
I'm going to do a quick sound check. Start with you, Brett. Say something.
Hello, hello.
All right. Klaus,
hello.
Hank,
Testing 1, 2.
Wayne.
Testing.
All right, everyone hear me? Scotty.
Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag.
I didn't say advertise. I just said talk. Rick, I got you all the way up, Rick. Say something.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, you sound like you're in a tin can.
Echoey.
Where?
It's super echoey in the shop here, guys. Sorry about that.
No. Is your microphone in the computer or?
No, it's attached to my camera actually. So
Oh, okay.
maybe if I bring it a little bit closer, hold on.
Yeah. How about you,
That
Mr.
top
Glenn?
sounds almost like interface there, buddy.
Right here.
Not sure if this will work better.
Yeah,
Is that a little bit better?
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just now it's facing weird. I'm not sure why that is, but
Yeah, they're saying with the restream, the video is sharper, but the audio sometimes I have adjustability on, and you guys do too. If you hit the three dots, you'll see a mic line volume, and you can adjust your own volume.
I'm
Or
still
maybe-
hearing something playing in the background, though.
Yeah.
Of who, Rick?
I don't know who it's from.
What do you
Start
got,
muting it one at a time.
Wayne? What do you got there? What is that?
That's the speaker that Jake got, the mic Jake got for me.
Oh wow,
Nice.
Sharp, eh?
cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Blue ball?
blue. I don't think so. I don't know what it is. Just says blue on it. It's a chrome ball. It says blue.
That's what you're using now.
Yeah, I think so. The lights on,
Get
right?
get close to it, Wayne. Get close to it and talk.
Testing.
Yeah, you can say a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you got, Ken? Or
I'm just using the whatever's in the PC
Yeah.
or laptop.
I want to try something one time. If I can get Restream to work on an older computer, I want to tie this into my PC, use that as a webcam, and then use a Bluetooth headset. If that'll work with Windows 7.
Windows 7. Oh,
Holy smokes.
What do you
Well,
got? An old
Does it have a
Commodore over there?
Does it have a crank on it?
No, there's a wheel back there, and I got two gerbils.
Yeah.
Charlie running that wheel, and he powers it.
Wow. Windows 7.
Well, it could be my other computer, an XP.
yeah. That's
I don't use PCs. I use Apple stuff.
Mike. We have our choice. So you go in our bathroom. We got lemon and we got apple. So when I'm done, you either smell lemon ass or apple ass.
Well, as long as you don't smell like ass, you're fine.
You know. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, benzene toluene. Don't get them on your hands. That's dangerous.
That simple green I was telling you guys about a few minutes ago that I use doesn't really have much of an odor at all, even when it's hot.
I think I used Simple Green, but I don't know what brand it was, and it was one of the ones that got my carbs turning black. But that's likely one that had ammonia in it.
Yeah, this is Simple Green Aircraft and Precision Parts Cleaner.
Yeah, the ammonia definitely turns the middle gray.
Yeah.
And apparently this doesn't have it because I put several carburetors in it, and I don't mix it very strong. It cleans them, but the carburetors don't etch, which is a good thing. I've never thrown a little two-stroke carburetor in. I just replace those because I can't see to kit them. But for like bolt carburetors, it does good.
This is something that I don't know if you guys all do, but after I ultrasonic clean any carburetor, I always take the bowl and look up at my fluorescent lights to see if there's any holes through it.
I do.
Yeah.
I had that on one carburetor. I ended up using a larger fiber washer underneath the bowl nut.
Yeah.
Because it was like maybe 40 thousandths from the hole. Yeah. But I've had that where, if you don't look in the sun or in the light, like you said, a pinhole, it's like 5 thousandths. It'll just leak, and you'll be like, what the hell's that drip? And that's what it is. Yeah.
I felt bad for my buddy Doug at North Star. He brought a Nicky carburetor here. But I mean, when he brought it here, it was just loaded with ethanol gel, just like really bad, eh?
Yeah, but let me ask you though, Wayne, do you find it more on the aluminum bowls or the steel bowls? I find it more on the aluminum bowls.
Both.
It seemed like the aluminum bowls seemed to have more, but I've seen even the steel with the anodizing on them, the gold anodizing.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of ethanol in them, but this one had sat for 3 years.
Yeah.
And anyways, I told him he's going to have to take that thing and run it through his ultrasonic, maybe in 3 intervals of 20 minutes, air blowing in between, prodding with the wires to make sure everything's clean. Because, I mean, this thing was loaded bad. Anyways, he calls me up and he says, the thing's leaking. Something wrong with that gasket you sold me. And I said, no, it's not the gasket. Better take a look at your bowl. And sure enough, it had 4 holes in it.
I will say about the Nickies, if one of those come in, I just put it aside and go and order another OEM Nicky. They're not
terrible.
that expensive.
They're terrible for
I mean,
leaking.
I mean, the carb kit for a Nicky cost over half the cost of a new Nicky. And there's still only a 50-60% chance that you'll get it right and it'll work.
I think the gaskets we sell, what you're talking about, are a complete rebuild kit for a Nicky with the needle and everything.
Yeah, plastic insert and everything.
Oh, okay. Because all we've ever had to do is change we always change the gasket when we take a Nicky apart. But you know what? Honestly, I don't think we've ever bought any other parts. We've got them in stock, but we've never used them.
Yeah. Your kid didn't win the spelling bee, I guess.
Just okay, huh? Okay.
Okayest.
Okayest.
Oh, who'd we lose? Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Big John said he'd be right back. I think he had to go.
Is that Brett, give me a wave again.
Oh,
Hey, Brock.
There's the Brockmeister.
Brock, not a Brett.
Not Brock. I'm sorry.
Whatever. How is everyone?
Good.
Perfect. We're here. It's Saturday. What's not to like?
I finally got a minute to get on.
Huh. You've been working or?
Brock, anything?
Yeah, been busy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Busy's good, Brock.
Yeah.
That's Rick above you from the Honest Mechanic, and you know Scott. You've met Scott before, right?
Yep, sure have. Yep. Yeah. This is a new format, huh, Ken?
Well, Restream, they had a 50% off sale. So for about $100 a year, $112 versus $438 that StreamYard wanted to screw me with, I said, I don't think so. So, but the sad thing is, I was paying that amount for like 2 years, and so was, I'll even say Stella was paying the same amount as me. And she gets an email saying, yeah, we'll keep it, no problem. Yeah, because she doesn't use it.
Yeah.
So then I use it, once a week, twice a week, whatever. Oh, no, we're going to upgrade you. That's only $438 a year. I'm like, you get all these features that I don't need.
Thank you very much. I'll just keep the T-shirt.
But Restream, even without that 50% off, has the $0 level with 6 people. Then it's got a $16 level, which is what StreamYard had. Okay. And for $16, you get up to 10, like we have here. You get no watermark in the upper right. You could simultaneously cast to 3 different platforms. Like I could cast to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, 3 different other platforms at one time, free and unlimited. So for me, $100 a year, yeah, no problem.
Do you use those other platforms? Do you post to those other ones?
I do post to some of them, but I've never done a simulcast where it'll stream this to it. I should try it because I'd probably get a lot more people, but I've never tried doing it yet. No. I do have
people. You have to buy a bigger plan so you could have more people on the screen.
Yeah, no, I do have the Facebook and the other, but like I said, most of the time I react to people's other posts. I don't really post a lot myself on them,
Yeah.
So
this is nice. It's easy on the eyes.
Well, they say it's a lot sharper image on the Restream.
I mean,
even
even Hank looks good.
Yeah, Brock looks so much younger too,
eh? Up and down.
Not bad for 110, huh?
Yeah.
So, Rick, is that your quad there, or is that something you're working on?
Actually, that's my daughter's quad. That's one of 2. So I've got one for each of my daughters. I'm just working on this one right now. It's basically ready to go. Got a little bit of a flat going on in the back, but she fires right up. And she.
Is it a Honda? What is it?
This is it's a 1986 Yamaha Moto 4. It's a 225. I mean, they don't die. These things are amazing. This was actually pulled out of I'm not even quite sure. I got it for next to nothing. It was in the backyard somewhere. There was a tree growing actually between the footrests here. So we had to cut the tree down to get the bike out. It sat there for so long. So
do you watch 2 Vintage?
From time to time I do. Yeah, it's been a long time. But
no, I'm saying because he gets all those deals and everything else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock likes those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock works on outboard motors, quads.
Yeah,
Have you got any open bays yet, Brock, or like are they all jammed still?
Oh yeah, I'm slowly picking out.
Are
And then
ya?
I went ahead and I picked up another Kawasaki 750. I don't know what I was
What are
thinking.
you gonna? Yeah, what are you gonna do with them though, bro? Are you gonna ride or are you gonna sell or what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna fix them up and sell them.
Yeah.
Yep. I get him like running just so somebody else can just take the wheel, you know.
See, I would love to get a nice old Yamaha triple 2-stroke. Oh,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And you got ownerships with them when you buy them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially bikes, because it's hard to get.
how does that work though in Michigan, Brock, with titles? Because I know here in Connecticut, if it's 20 years or older, you don't need the title.
Yeah, it's not like that here in Michigan. No,
not here
They're
either.
really strict about the titles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
went
when I used to live in
my
Georgia-
Harley, I had the title. Like the girl's like, I don't need that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like when I used to live in Georgia, it's like you can just go to DMV with something like a little piece of paper and
Yeah,
they're
bill of
okay
sale.
with
Like,
it.
"Oh, it's yours."
Yeah, like, oh, I know that guy, you know. It's funny. Small town stuff. You
But
know?
it's funny. You talk about motor vehicle. I guarantee where I went to motor vehicle in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Okay, it was when I was 16 years old. You had the group of individuals behind the counter. This is no shit. 40 years later, they're like 90 and they're still there. Okay, except with white hair, walkers, and it's like retire. You know, it's the same goddamn people from 1979 when I got my license.
I'm telling you,
Oh.
it's almost like that here too. I'm like, I went here in Tawas, it's called, and you know, she was like, "Yeah, I've been here 37 years." I'm like, "Here?" She goes, "Yep, in this chair." I said,
Somebody's
"Oh."
in the basement. Type in the chat so I know who you are.
Yeah, so and then my neighbor goes with me, and they used to go to school together, and he's like, you know, 70. I was like, wow. Like, yep,
Oh,
right out of high school, they got hired,
Klaus.
and they stay. Yep.
Can anyone read the chat? See who's in the basement?
That's
No.
that's not nothing yet.
Okay. Because he doesn't have a name or anything. It
You
just
can't come without a name. You can't come up,
Yeah.
matey.
I see a face, but I don't see any name or anything.
Yeah, you can't
Nah.
come on this ship without a
He's
name.
waving. I see him waving. Type in the chat who you are so we know who you are.
Yeah.
I
His
can't
mom
just let
didn't give
people up.
him a name yet.
Yeah.
Well, I see Noel.
Ian.
Is that
Noel's
Noel?
in there.
Ian.
Oh, I hope.
No, it's not Ian.
Is it Noel?
I don't.
I don't know. Just
I don't
write
know.
in the chat. I mean, come on, it's not difficult.
All right, here we go. All
Is
right.
that Robert?
Is that Robert?
Yeah.
No.
Is that Noel? Who's that?
Abel.
Yeah,
Abel. Oh, you're
Oh,
very
Abel.
dark.
Hey,
You
what's
can barely
up, brother?
see yet.
you
very
were unable for a second there, buddy.
Yeah, very dark. You got any lights around there?
Oh, I'll make a bigger joke. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Need that
in-laws
new
are on their
moon.
way.
Abel, because it's so dark in there.
Need that new moon to come up on the 30th to light up your channel there, buddy.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark.
Hey,
You know what? It's just dark matter. That's all.
Now
it
you
is.
just got to turn your
Dark-
phone 90 degrees so we can see you.
Happy to see I'm not the only one having issues.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
more on that moto.
Yeah. Can you turn your phone? Can you turn your phone 90 degrees? That way we'll see a whole picture.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey. All right.
Abel was able to do it.
Abel was able. Cool. What's going on, Abel?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Now that we
Can you
got
hear
your
me?
thumbprint,
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we hear you. You hear us?
Hey, John.
Yeah, I
Missed
can
a
hear
second
you.
while I was away.
Sound check, Abel. Come on.
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hello. Yeah, we hear you.
Gotcha.
We hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
can you hear us?
Yes.
What?
Very well.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know why the name didn't come over. I just followed Kenny's link.
Well, it's funny. Everyone has a name above it, but if you look at yours has the link.
Yeah,
Well,
you
you
got to
can do
type
this-
the name in.
The 3 dots here. I'll change it. Hold on. Oh, actually, you know what, Abel? If you go to the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of your picture, it'll say edit name, and you can change it to whatever you want.
Well, if I find there.
Should be 3 dots in the upper right of your little square, and it should say edit name, and you can change your name.
Upper left. But
it's upper left?
Yeah, but on the screen, because I got me and I got everybody here, and then the chat. So
I don't even see that.
Oh, you're saying we're in the basement, the 3 dots?
Well, usually above your picture on my screen anyway, everyone's picture has 3 dots in the upper right, and I could change things about you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go and do all kinds
Well,
of.
I show that when
Oh yeah, I see it now. On
it
the
goes
left
to
hand
settings
bar.
and mine
Where's
goes
Robert
to
at?
settings and
Yeah, where is Robert?
Oh.
yeah.
Or he might be visiting family or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen
The
him.
one that says
What kind of an excuse is that?
Mine's on the way here now.
Uh-oh.
My
Hey,
wife's
boss.
parents.
the
Yeah.
little one that says you're in the chat or you're in the live or whatever.
You're in the
the
show. Yep. In the top right corner of that picture
Yeah.
is the triple dots, and then you can edit your name.
Yeah.
I seen Al in there earlier.
Hey, Ian Matthews is here. Hello, Ian.
Peter was in there earlier. I saw it.
Where's Stella today?
I don't know. I'm going to text her real quick, ask her where the hell she is.
I even brought one of these things out of the garage. He was,
Oh, okay, like she had last week. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Klaus, what is it for this week?
I don't know.
Oh, we're
You said last week
Oh.
that you were going to give it. What is it? No?
What are the rules? Do I need to know what the tool is myself?
Well, it just makes it a little more.
I think you should drop a little bit to figure out
we'll
what
make
weight
something
it
up
is.
for you.
Give me a minute. I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
Do I gotta know what it is?
Stella may be driving the trolley, though, this week.
Yeah, it could be.
oh.
I just texted her, come live with us. See what she says. But she may be driving the Raleigh trolley. Anywho.
Who's in that purple box?
No, I gotta try and get rid of it. Hold on.
Oh, there's Brett.
I had a phone call come in, so I muted.
There we go.
Okay.
You muted.
It's funny if you're on the bottom. Watch. If you're on the bottom, you get big. Watch.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? When I turn the camera off, then turn it back on screen, even though you can see me in the chat, my preview window is black.
Yeah, but what happened before, Brett? When you got bumped, how'd you bump off? What happened?
When I had an incoming call, and when it did, it killed the audio to the chat.
All right.
So
All of
now
a
you
sudden, yeah,
two
we
young
weren't
guys
there.
on the bottom.
No,
Yeah,
it
got
didn't-
good,
it
got
didn't
the
cut
good
it.
look
We
at
listened to the
all
whole
timers
phone
on the
call.
bottom. I like that name, Knuckle Busters.
Knuckle
Scott.
Buster. That is pretty
Good
cool.
name. Waiting for a new channel to open up. Knuckle Busters on YouTube.
Yeah, that is a good one. What year is that quad? Honest?
Speaking of YouTubers,
1986.
uh,
1986, yeah.
I haven't
86.
seen Simone around in a while.
Who?
Who?
Simone, Hooked on Classics.
Simone has a very, very bad flu. She was actually in the hospital the other
Oh,
day.
man.
Oh no!
She's
Prayers.
Definitely, Brock, pray for her.
Yeah, she's recouping.
Yeah, I have a '87 Suzuki 300.
Those are nice, actually.
Yeah.
The quad, the King quad?
Yep. Yep.
It's the King quad, yeah. See,
He's the king.
with
Yeah.
the 3 levers in between.
You
got
can't
your
kill that
quad.
thing.
You can't. These are pretty awesome too. I
Same.
still got my grandfather's Big Bear that he bought brand new in '87, and actually that's one of my biggest videos that I've been produced. I've got a small series on that. It still
Yep.
produces a lot of views on my channel.
Yeah, the first one I ever rode was an '85 Big Red. Oh, I
Oh
love
yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Big red.
love that thing.
What, the
I need me
three-wheeler?
one of those.
The 3-wheeler, yeah. With the
Deadly
flotation
machine. Deadly machine.
I know they
Definitely.
are. But we had a place here in Newtown, Connecticut, called the Newtown Sand Pits, and they excavated, for gravel and sand, and we would literally go up at about an 80-degree angle. We'd be leaning over the front of the handlebars
You have to, yeah,
and make it up to the top. Oh yeah, it was fun.
because they're light in the front. They want to just
Yeah. Yeah, they'll flip right over
You are
on you.
weaving. Yeah.
It's like hill climbing. It's fun.
Yeah, in the 80s, we used to use those to haul our moose out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We used
That's
to
what we
use
had.
those to haul deer, ice fish with those. Yeah. Yeah.
But then my friend bought the big one, a 350 something or other, a white one. It was like red, white, and blue Honda 350 tri-wheel, 3-wheel.
Hmm.
It was really, really nice. 4-stroker. What a beautiful, beautiful bike.
Yeah, I bought one of those Hondas back in the 70s. The only reason I got it for real cheap is because 2 people owned it.
Yeah.
One person lost his head on one of the wires.
We had that
Oh,
around
yeah.
here a few years ago. Snowmobiler on the farm, barbed wire.
Yep. Yep.
They found his helmet. His freaking head was still in it.
Well, the one wire that goes diagonal on the telephone poles,
Yep.
right?
Well, yeah,
that
the
happens a
support
lot up
wire.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Happens
Wow.
almost every year up here.
Yep. They were looking for the kid. They couldn't. They found his sled because it was snowing. He got his body got buried,
Yep.
and then they saw, oh, the helmet. Holy shit! They lifted up, and his head was still in it.
Wow.
Nasty. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a, what is it? Hold on.
Yeah,
No, wait.
yeah. And
yeah.
I'm gonna make it. Oh, sorry, Kenny.
No, I'm gonna see if I can do some special effects. Hold on. Let me see if I can do some. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm still learning this shit, so hold on a minute. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What else can I do here?
We're okay, even though the guy that's going to have it doesn't know what it is.
Well, no, because remember how we had the what is it theme or what's it theme?
Yes. The song.
I gotta try and import that here, but I'm trying to think. Hold on, let's see what we got here. Let's see. What do I got for
Yes.
It's a beer.
It's a
Yeah, it looks like an ale.
Matt,
It's like dream music.
That's Christmas music. What is new? They got New Year music? What the hell is that?
New
Old
Year.
Lang Syne? Wait a minute.
how about the Benny Hill theme song? Can you?
Yeah, right.
Nah, it's not doing it, Kenny. It's not doing it.
What are you trying? You try? All right. You want to share screen or what do you want to do, Klaus?
No, I'm just gonna hold you. Blow me up. I'll hold it up,
hold
and just to make sure that Hank doesn't spook me this time and guess it. So, are you guys ready? Hank, here it is. What is it?
Looks like a tuning fork to me.
It looks like
Yeah.
a
Pliers.
crazy Danish.
Yeah.
Pliers.
That's a pair of pliers. Oh,
It's a set of pliers. I'm gonna show the
It's a
whole
wire
thing,
crimper. That's a wire crimper.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
no.
It's not. Put it closer, Klaus. Let me see the.
Yeah, I will. Hold on. Let's get the little gray one in Hank's head to move around a bit. He'll come
It's
around.
a hog ring wire.
It's a what?
Hog ring for upholstery. Hog ring.
Don't
I
know.
see the-
As I said, guys, I know the name of the tool. I know the model of the tool, but I do not know what this tool is for.
Put the name in the private chat so I can look it up.
Yeah, I think he's right. Yep, it's got that little.
Oh, it's got the
no,
pin in
no,
the
no, no,
center.
no, it's got that.
What is
No.
that? Like a belt? A belt?
Yeah,
Like
it
a
punches
belt
a hole in it, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's for belts. Yep, exactly.
Belts
I
or
think.
something?
Yeah,
Pretty
Or is it
narrow
a sheet
belt.
metal? Is it a sheet metal riveter hole piercer?
yeah, it punches holes.
Yeah, it's definitely a hole punch. Is it for
Yeah.
sheet metal? What's it for?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
I had to make it so difficult that I
Wait.
don't even know what it is.
Give me the model. I'll try and look it up. What is it?
It's called an ELD.
What?
Echo Lima Delta. ELD.
ELD.
Delta pliers.
That is the brand name, and the model is E like Eric dot 320.
E.320.
And it looks relatively new.
No, I just cleaned it.
Oh, okay.
It's I mean this came in a box from an auction sometime about 5
It
or
looks
6
like it's
years.
for an Audi. Something for an Audi?
No, it's not. You got the wrong one.
Oh, because it says Audi E320 pliers.
I've been Googling this all morning trying to know what it is.
And
I've
you
been
still
doing-
haven't figured it out, huh?
No, I wanted to get a thing on Hank, but I never found out what it was.
Well, that's interesting.
This I will say though, this little peg here, that thing can be adjusted. It is now as far in towards this set of jaws as this set of jaws as it can. It can go in a little deeper. What I find interesting is look at the jaws on this side here. they're like roundy, shapy type of thing, and what I think is it's a two-step process, right? You do one here, and then you do another up here. But I have no clue what it is. Let's see the chat. Anyone in the chat?
Nobody knows.
Nobody
I
knows.
wonder-
Ray said go out and table
Right.
camper.
Hank, I got you good this time, eh?
This,
And and it's a long set of pliers. It's very long.
yeah,
Yeah, there's pliers called ELB 320s, but they don't look like that.
yeah,
No, they don't. No.
makes sense that it's got a lot of leverage if it's punching some kind of hole. But what's it punching a hole into?
I know.
Maybe
I'm coming up with electrical.
Yeah, I think it's got something to do with an electrical fitting of some sort.
Yep.
I bet you Bruce would know.
Yeah, Bruce would know.
This could be the first "what is it" that nobody
And-
ever knows.
And I will say, no, that on the side here where that peg is, that you can adjust it.
I found it. I found it.
You
Hold
hold on.
Good job, John.
It's a chain rivet plier, and it's got Japanese writing on or Chinese writing on it. Some kind of writing.
Oh, good job, John.
Chain
C
rivet plier.
C320.
You said
E
E320.
Echo dot 320.
In case anybody wondered what I'm doing, torturing myself.
That makes sense that it's for a chain.
Hold
Blow
on.
up, blow up, John.
Let me hold on. Let me get it bigger here.
What?
Shut up.
Okay.
Especially after those pictures that Mick sent me. Oh my God.
I want this blade grinder.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. That's it. Say again. What was it for?
All it says on the package is yes,
Oh, I think they're here, Mike.
Hozan, Hozan, and it
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like
that's
maybe
popular
Arab,
brand. Yep.
like Korean or Chinese writing. It says chain rivet plier, and it's a model C-320.
Chain rivet.
There you go, Close. You can use it on chains.
So you think this one is for punching out the little center of a chain?
Yeah,
Ah,
makes sense.
it's a commercial, Hank.
Oh yeah, there we go. I got it.
For vintage bicycle tool, antique bicycle tool,
Ah.
50 bucks, Klaus.
Ha, cheapo. Yeah, wow. I got 50
Yeah,
bucks right in my
bicycles.
hand right here. That's
Hosey
enough.
and
You can't see it anymore. Precious. It's mine.
I
No
got
way.
I got one for you guys. What does
No.
this?
No doubt, Mike.
I can't see myself here.
We can't see you either.
Move it closer. There you go.
Yeah,
What
turn
does that and a driver's license have in common for me? Never gonna get it.
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
Yeah,
I
John,
want
it
one
says
that-
it's one hand bicycle chain rivet pliers, one hand operation.
Yeah, Al, you're right. We collectively
Oh, there we
have
go.
found
You want to
out
see some cool?
with
Here's
the
the
help
thing.
from.
Here's the manual for it.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
There you go.
C320 Jose.
Oh, but here it says ELD.
What's
Hold
the
on.
country of origin? Do you see it on there anymore, Ken?
It's Chinese or Japanese, I thought.
I'm not. It's got the Chinese Japanese style writing. I'm not sure. I
Okay,
can't read
well-
either. It's like trying to you listen to a Danish video.
That's what I had for dinner last night. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Number three.
But this is an E320, not a C.
Yeah, but you sure it's not
Circumcised.
a C with a little dirt in the middle?
$75. You pay now, get tongue later.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay.
In the mail.
The E stands for electric.
Electric
Well,
chain.
I figured the C stood for chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here
Yeah.
it says E like echo.
They sell, check this out. You can buy the replacement punch.
Oh. Yeah, it looks just like it. It looks just like it. But
Huh.
that's for the cheap 321 version. This is the E320, $75
That's the
pay now.
upgraded,
The deluxe version.
upgraded model.
Yeah, here you go. It's Osaka, Japan.
It's made
John.
the real Chinesium.
Osaka,
Oh,
Japan.
Okay.
Oh.
I was right. I said Japanese writing, I guess.
yeah.
I would say,
You know what I'm
domo
talking about.
arigato.
So, okay. So, Hank, you learned something today, buddy?
He's probably ordered two already.
Hank, you ain't got one of them, eh?
Timo, it's coming over.
Oh,
Yeah.
Noel, turn on your camera. There you go.
Hey,
Hey,
Noel.
No,
What's up, Noel?
Finally.
Good one, Klaus.
Thank you.
Hey, Noel, how you doing, brother?
Oh, well, what do I win, Klaus?
My
A
gratitude.
pair of chain pliers.
Yeah. You know what? Thinking about it, maybe I'll just.
Where did you get those, Klaus? Where'd you get them?
Mhm.
I bought at an auction once. There was a pallet, and there was one thing in that pallet I wanted, so I bid on it, and it was like $15. Oh, okay. And then there was all this kind of weird tools in there that I had no clue what was. And every time people came in the shop, say, "Do you know what that is?" Yeah, I know that. That's what. It's yours. You know.
I
And this one
guarantee
was-
you there's a
this one was-
YouTube video on how to use it.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there will be soon.
Yeah.
And it'll be in a
It-
language we
it-
can't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I keep it tricky there.
To
It'll be
guess
Klaus's
that.
video. It'll be Humderschwerde Hosan.
Hosan. Yeah.
Wait a minute. A couple videos back, everybody in the world understood it. because
Yes.
he
I have
made
made a truly international video. That's when I copycatted Scott.
Oh, Scott, you know what I've been
Everyone
using
understood that
lately?
one.
Thanks to you, those silicone spark plug boots that you pull out the spark plug with. I love those things.
It's called a hose.
The tube, yeah, but the
Yeah.
silicone one that Scott uses,
Oh, I
bought
do.
that.
Ah, okay.
I love them. Oh, I love them.
I got to get some of those. They do look like they're
And I
very
tell you,
handy.
you can get it pretty tight when you put it on the porcelain. It goes pretty tight.
I'm
You want-
sorry, guys. I gotta go. My in-laws just arrived.
Oh,
See you,
good.
Ron.
You sure you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
We've been
Ron.
using it as an excuse for in-laws.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year. God bless. Good to see
Happy
you.
New Year to you too,
Yeah.
man.
they're
Hey,
bringing
John,
them
how do I get
alcoholic
out of here?
beverages.
Tell Stephanie we said
You
hey.
can X out. You just
Leave
X
right
out.
there. Okay. All right, guys.
Yeah.
You want to make one of those spark plug remover orange silicone. What you do is you go to Harbor Freight and buy the cheap hand pump.
Yeah.
Cut
I actually have one hanging on the wall in the shop. I hadn't used in like 8 years. It's
Yeah.
a piece of
You
crap.
cut that to any size you want. Put a what do you call it? Tire valve in one end,
Yeah.
and there you go. You got.
Well, we used to use just surgical tubing. Same thing.
But the cheap Harbor Freight pump there,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
they got this long hose. You could make as many as you want.
But this one's got a nice custom little black handle on it, a little knob on it. You know.
I
Well,
just put
that's
in
it.
the spark plug crooked and then charge the guy for fixing his.
I want that little tool that what's his name, Brandon made for removing the
Yes.
control cables.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
Well, I'll order one. From
You got to
his
order
online
version
shop.
2 though, where it's a little bit longer.
That's
Comes in
another
handy.
copycat opportunity for me. Mm.
Well, if you got a 3D printer, why not, Klaus?
I actually use a plier set for panel clips on cars. You know, it has one that is sort of
Yeah.
one stage panel, and I can just jam it in and go, and it's off.
Yeah.
hmm
I'll tell you where I needed one day. I was working on forget what kind of mower it was, but the cable clipped into a thing with two shoulders on either side. So you really couldn't get in there with your fingers or whatever. I swear I could have used one of those tools.
Hank, I want to see you do 2 at one time.
Huh?
I love that picture. Who the hell could do 2 at one time?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Really?
And Hank, could you investigate and see if Timu's got that in stock? Because then we might get one.
I made one.
This one's 30 centimeters long, so 24 inches or what? 12 inches.
That's what she said, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
On the Kohler engines, you know, the Kohler Courageous, they had the spark plug is deep in, you know.
Klaus, just like we say, you want 12 inches, we'll do it twice.
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting for Brandon to
twice.
do the upgraded model of that cable removing tool that goes on an angle. So some of them that you can get in underneath the fenders of some of the MTDs to disconnect that cable.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Well, Ken gave Brandon the idea of extending that.
Extending because his was a little short. You couldn't get behind the ones on the classics.
Yeah.
So, because I had an old socket that I put a slit in it.
Right.
Using that with a ratchet, just sticking it on there. Because his original one was only about a 1/4 inch wide. I said, you really need one 1/2 inch or more,
Yeah.
But they work. It works good.
Noel's leaving. I don't guess he get his internet working right.
Who's that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he was glitching out and freezing up
Checking
there.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Hank in the old days when he went all Bruce Lee on us.
Yeah.
Hello?
Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Hey, Erica.
Oh, there.
Hi, Erica.
Just popped
Oh, we just turned 2 hours. I'll stay on for a little bit more. No big deal.
Yeah, somebody's asking how Zippo's doing. Anybody know lately?
Well, Archie was saying that he's doing fine, right?
Yeah, I guess Arch said the last tests were good, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, is Arch still out there? Arch, you going on tonight? If he's still out there. There's Erica. Hello. Oop. There's Erica. There's Erica. Oop.
Hello, Erica.
Hey, Erica, I got a question for you. If you can hear me,
Come on up, Erica. I'm going to go gray in a minute.
Oh, gray. Okay.
Not this gray. That gray.
I said something else. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't go gray on this one, do we?
Arch is still there.
There's Arch. Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. Sorry, Bowen, but I got to get going. Thank you so much.
Rick.
All right, Rick. Take care, buddy.
Nice-
See you
nice
later.
meeting you, Rick.
Meet you, Rick.
Yeah,
Take care,
every
guys.
Saturday, 2:00, buddy.
You might see me here again. You never know.
Okay.
Thanks, Rick.
Take care, Rick.
What was his channel called? The Honest Mechanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy
I have
to
absolutely no
remember.
clue. I have no clue. I know what the words mean, but it makes no sense. The honest mechanic.
No,
Yeah,
the only
'cause
ones that
remember,
are
we're all
honest are
thieves
us.
and cheats and crooks and all that. Arch is setting the blade height on his right 0 turn.
Well, close. They all said that the first question they say is, why did you change my spark plug? Right?
Yes. Yep.
And I say, well, if I'm going to clean it, it's going to take me as long to clean it as it is to change it. And
What do you
at my
charge,
hour-
Wayne? What do you charge for a
I,
spark?
what?
but Wayne, what I say is that it's in the service manual for a 300-hour service.
Yeah.
Replace plugs. That's why I'm replacing them. If you put new plugs in right before you came here, you're dumb.
Yeah. What do you want to know what we charge for what, Kenny?
Who's that? Lee? Wave a hand, Lee. Hey, Lee.
How you doing, Lee?
What's going on? How's
What
the
do you want to
layout?
know? What do you want to know what we charge for, Kenny? For a spark
Like
plug?
a BPR 6ES. What do you charge?
Okay. A BPR 6ES, I'm going to give you a little short story. Locally at our dealership, they're selling them for $10.
Oh, wow.
Hard to believe, right? You go to our local Canadian Tire hardware store, they're $5 plus tax.
Yeah.
We charge $5.50 plus tax.
Yeah, they're about five and a quarter here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did Erica
Well, like-
ever chime in for Scott's question?
Not
well, I
that
didn't know if she was listening or not.
He's
or-
still in the
she's
chat if
gotta
you want
be
to
out
ask her
there.
something. I put the link out.
I was just wondering about that seal puller that she had showed on.
Oh, she has the OEM steel puller though.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
OEM one. So I bought the Holtz Forma branded piece
Yeah.
of.
I got
So wait, you mean the one that has no quality control?
Yeah,
yes.
that's the one.
I got the same one.
Well, mine's unusable. and
You
so
said
they
it
gave
didn't
me-
line up, right? They didn't
Yeah,
line up. Or
They
something?
gave me the money back on it. Now they didn't ask for it back, so I'm going to modify it. But they all have little numbers stamped on the tools that go
Yep.
into the seal
Well,
themselves.
yeah.
So there's two of them with the number 1, two of them with the number 3, whatever it is, and that corresponds to, I assume, a model of equipment that requires that tool to pull the seal.
Ah.
Seal size. Seal
So what
size.
I'm wondering is there a master list of the numbers of those tools to the models of the steel equipment?
Good question.
Yeah.
I mean, still being German, they're most likely a very comprehensive repair manual that nobody gets access to.
Well, I did see in one manual, I think it was for a trimmer or blower, it said use the number 3
Yeah.
tool insert for the tool.
Yeah.
But I don't have a manual for every piece of equipment. I was wondering if there's a comprehensive list.
Yeah. So Lee, you got a new area for your trains or what?
You'll see. I've got a lot of changes come to the channel. I've got multiple cameras views now in the hobby room.
Nice.
Do you have a train camera, Lee, on a car, an actual, or on a loco?
There will be. There's
cool.
a lot. There's a lot changing to the channel. I've done a lot of changes, but I'm not going to go on about it because yours is a bit small engines. All are jumped up for.
No, that's all right. If you want to show us, you can show us something if you want.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, what I want to jump up on, you were talking about disposing of oil.
Yeah.
In the UK, we've got a household tip where our bins go. We can take as much oil there as we want.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you guys got bins for everything? You could throw out like yard waste and everything, right?
Yeah, we've got a brown bin for garden, grey bin for recycle, and a green bin is just for ordinary
trash
households.
Same here. That means there's no room for the car in the driveway.
See, they don't allow garden or yard waste at ours at all. You have to bring it to the transfer station.
Yeah, but you have to pay for that bin, that brown bin. You have to pay to get it emptied. You've got to have a monthly subscription to them.
We just stack that stuff at the curb every other week.
Yeah.
We have 3 bins and 6 fractions. We have to sort our waste in. I mean, I would have to take every cardboard box I get and slice it open and compact it and put it in. Screw it. I just put it in the trailer and drive it to the recycling center. There I can dump it in a big container and it squashes.
Our recycling center doesn't take cardboard.
See, that's the funniest thing. And you said it before, Hank, and I really don't get it because cardboard is one of the easiest materials to recycle.
Yeah,
and we have
all it does is goes into water.
We have a place called Rand Whitney that recycles cardboard. You know, that mixes it up and everything, pulverizes it, and makes new cardboard, and yet they don't take it.
Weird.
Yeah.
That sounds
maybe it's. I mean, if you get a brown box, like say from Amazon, I would say that would be easy. But if you get one of those that are printed on, like if you bought a new tool, you know, a DeWalt case, it's all yellow and black painted on. Maybe they don't want that. I don't know.
Maybe. I take the Amazon ones and put them in a garden and put leaves on top. They rot away.
Hey, here's a thought. What happens to Amazon if the company that makes their cardboard boxes goes on strike?
Well, you get it in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
It's coming in a plastic bag.
Like Temu.
They likely own the company that makes the boxes.
Temu,
everything inside the bag's out of its package and laying in the bottom.
It is. I just got
I asked her the
my
question.
Yeah, I got my package from Temu today, and I bought these little copper. What do you call them? Little pipe pieces. You put them on wire and crimp them.
Yeah.
There was 5 different sizes in the box. I had one bag
5
full
different
of
sizes in the bottom. Yeah.
I tell you now, though, it's too
Ask
cheap.
me how I know.
That Temu, though, it's too cheap.
Oh, Hank, what'd you get? More Temu? What do you got?
Ordered some,
And a Chinaman, he delivered it.
ordered 150 pieces of decking screws.
I tell you, Amazon and all that shit
came open, they were all on the bottom.
Yeah, there were 5 items in this thing.
I mean, what can you expect? I mean, the cost of it is dirt cheap, right? So,
I mean, the duty on it costs more than a damn part.
I mean, Temu did something here. I think they have 3 or 4 really big warehouses in Europe, and I think they're bonded warehouses, so they don't have to pay duty before you take it out of the warehouse. And I mean, when I order it, 3 days, it's here. 4 days max.
Hey.
That's not bad. That
3
I
weeks,
use
about
it.
3 weeks here.
Yeah, usually Timu and Ali is 2 weeks for us.
Yeah.
Not here.
I use Timu a lot for me scenery. I got a lot of scenery from there for me layout.
No, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't get top notch quality for a tenth of the price. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Now,
I
ordered
buy a lot of
two.
gaskets and diaphragm from like Alibaba.
I'm telling you guys, I
Or
bought those
AliExpress.
gaskets for the Bricks Quantum. You know, the ones with all the little holes.
Yeah.
Some of that gasket material, if you put it together, it says made in the USA.
Well, you'll see the same brand of
Really?
paper is on the Chinese ones as well as the
Yeah.
ones in here.
I'm telling you, when they punch out at 5 in the afternoon over there in Wuhan, I'm telling you, they do an extra hour, not working for Bricks or Kohler or whoever, and they make a whole bunch of things for themselves and go sell it on Temu.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Telling you.
UPS delivery.
Yeah. Oh.
What I tell some of my customers, I said, you want everything, you want it yesterday. So I said, well, do you want me to pay for UPS yesterday air? And they're like, excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, they are knickknacks. That they are. I mean, I buy those
Gaskets and stuff. Who cares?
self-locking bolts in stainless. They're not the greatest. You won't put an impact on it because it goes. But
Yeah.
for an M6 or an M8 nut with a nylock, I mean, come on.
But the butt connectors and stuff, you can't screw
There we
those
go.
up.
Yeah.
To get free shipping around here now, it's anywhere from $250 to $350 per order to get free shipping. So now we're telling our customers, you need it, we don't have it. It's $15 plus tax to get it here tomorrow. Where MTD's the worst; they take a week. Stens, I got it the next day.
Yeah.
Our MTD dealer quit. He said he hated dealing with them. He stopped selling MTD stuff.
Are they owned by Stellantis? No.
Hey, Klaus,
Yes.
that little Sony camera you showed a couple weeks ago, what model was that?
This one?
Yeah, your little HD recorder.
It's a Sony Handycam, and it's called HDR-C like Charlie X450.
Okay, kind of like this guy
Hi,
there.
Erica.
Yeah, they're all alike. Yeah.
This is the 150. I'm thinking about going back to this on YouTube on a tripod.
That looks a decent camera, that actually.
It is. I mean, it's a camera, and it's got the flip screen, and that's all I need.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I've had it 3 years now, and I just learned that I can control it from my phone.
I don't know if I can do that with this.
That's my camera. That's my camera for YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, do you have one of those switches where you can switch back and forth to different cameras?
No, I just have to use. That's what I like with Restream. I can do different cameras.
We know someone with a very professional setup, actually.
Yeah, where the hell did he go? What is he
I
taking
don't
a crap?
know. Yeah, I think he is. Oh no, UPS
That
guy.
reminds me on the Waltons when Grandpa Walton passed away. All they showed was the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny, you thinking of who I'm thinking of with the elaborate camera outfit?
Yeah. Well, no, we'll see him tonight.
Yeah, because that man's got some serious cameras.
Oh yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, what the hell you got there, Hank? What's that?
What
Your
tool did you get?
It looked like a walker. What was that?
Yeah, it did look like a walker.
That's my table that I put the
Oh, I thought
computer
it was
on.
a walker, so you can go to the bathroom.
But you guys were talking about what happens if they run out of boxes.
Yeah, you get a bag.
Wait, is that
You get a
Temu?
bag.
Is it Amazon paper?
Yeah,
Get out!
I know. That's it. They ran out of boxes.
They recycle Amazon shit.
That's
And
a
anybody
camera.
that's having problems with their computers, it's likely the drone issue.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, drones.
You know how many views you get on YouTube if you do a drone video? We should start fixing drones.
Oh yeah, I've got a friend that's got a drone. He's been covering the football pitch and he loves it.
Just don't mention drones to the Ukrainians. I think they're pretty tired of them.
Yeah.
What'd you get, a new
Yes,
sticker?
they are.
It's North Koreans are
Or
tired
is
of
that
it
for
too.
lunch? Is that for
Yeah,
lunch?
they are too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we'd make anything on drone repair?
Hank, I got to get you a new sticker. It's an old one.
Oh, that's an old one?
It's an old one. The new one's got
yeah.
the rat holding the chainsaw.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is that in the back, Scott? Is that a turd under his tail?
It's a steaming deuce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, now the conversation went right back to again.
Oh, yeah.
You got all those good names there, Scott. I like that.
Hey,
The
Rick.
Knuckle Busters and the
Hi,
Steam
Rick.
Deuces.
Oh, knuckle draggers.
Oh, draggers.
Neanderthal knuckle draggers.
Yep.
I must admit though, I do like the features that this new Restreamer's got.
It's clearer, they say, in the
Yeah.
the audio's a little crazy, but the
Yeah,
video's nice
yeah.
and clear.
Yeah, the video. I will be. It's a lot cheaper than StreamYards as well.
Well, yeah, now that's why I quit. It's $438 versus $112.
Yeah, I'm going on the paid plan on this. StreamYards is knackered now. I think it won't be having the free version soon.
Well, remember, they got bought out for $17 billion or whatever the hell it was, and now they got to
Yeah,
pay the
but
bill.
do you know who bought them out?
I thought it was just an investment company.
No, it was Bend & Spoons.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and what if you look them up?
Yeah.
They bought a load of streaming platforms. I done my research with it because I used to be on the paid version, and I tell you now they're going to run it to the ground like they've
All
done.
I know is their marketing sucks.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. It does.
I begged them 3 different emails. I said, look, a friend of mine, fellow channel, you offered it to that person, no problem. Her and I have had it the same amount of time. Why didn't you offer it to me? You know what they come back with? Well, if you want to upgrade, we're here for you. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. But the way they were doing it, they were taking you from one plan and putting you on a more expensive one.
well, that's what it was. But this Stella, though, does the same thing as me, except she doesn't
Yeah.
do it as often. And they offered her the same plan because she don't use it.
Yeah,
It's like a
It's
health
crazy.
club membership. You know, you go the first week and then you just that's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
You know?
This is one of my new camera angles that I'm on now. I've got face cam, side cam, bench cam, other bench cam, layout cam down the other end, layout cam. that
You're
one I've
making me dizzy, Lee. You're making me dizzy.
When are you going to debut all that stuff, Lee? You gonna do a premiere or what?
No, my live streams will be starting up. I may be doing a little test live stream Monday at, I'm thinking, around 2 o'clock UK time.
Okay.
So I'll be doing testing.
Monday, 2 o'clock. I can't make it. I'm starting to drink beer there. That's 2 years.
It's fine. It's there for watching on a rerun.
Klaus, it's beer o'clock every time.
No. There's beer o'clock when you're on for some reason, and then it's New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm glad you moved, Wayne. I thought you were having a stroke there for a minute.
Who's that?
You.
Why?
You leaned over like you're fixed to fall out of the chair.
Oh, no, I'm just cranking back here, buddy.
Okay, just checking.
You know,
on
us old guys, we stiffen up. You got to move around every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like you've got a nice comfy chair, though.
Yeah.
Actually,
wasn't a
Klaus,
cheap one. Jake got it. I think it was, I don't know, it was $1,000 chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've got the T-shirt. I've got.
You're
the
actually
T-shirt.
a distributor here. Beer o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
beer
got
o'clock.
the T-shirt.
Beer o'clock.
Yeah. Beer. Is there anything it can't do? You know.
My beer o'clock is only when
What's the old saying? Beer. It's what's for breakfast.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to reference Homer Simpson. It is the cause of and the solution to all of our problems.
Well, the Chubby Butcher got me some called Strong Ale from Newfoundland, I think it was. 8.5% alcohol. Good stuff. Nice flavor.
I mean, yeah. I mean, some can make a good strong beer, but the thing is with beer, you cannot taste. You can't taste. If you taste the alcohol in it, it's no good.
No. This one was made with barley, and it had a
Okay.
great flavor and not the big alcohol hit.
Good, because if you can
Real
taste
nice
alcohol
flavor.
in beer, it's not like wine where you can taste the alcohol. But
Yeah.
if you can, so yeah, but some breweries make a really nice strong beer, which is, a perfect evening drink.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Jake got me a bunch of 14 cans of imported beers from all over the world. So I think one of them's Russian. Next week, maybe I'll bring a couple of beers up.
nice. Any
Try a
Danish
couple
beer in there?
Do a Klaus and Steve Small Engine Saloon all at once.
Who?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
a nice
Yeah,
view.
who is that guy?
Who?
Eh? He hasn't been around for a while.
Yeah, that's true, Tom. Beer.
Yeah.
No,
Lee,
but
Mhm.
does it have any Danish beer in it there, Wayne?
Yeah, we got Danish beer, we got German beer,
Yeah.
Czechoslovakian, Russian,
Oh,
Japanese,
Belgium.
Belgium, and there's a Belgian beer in there, I think.
Chinese beers are nice. I like the tiger beer.
yeah. It's actually Thai, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Thai, yeah. But
Yeah.
no,
Tiger.
I mean,
sounds better.
if you take the Mexicans, all the Asian states that makes beer, they all learned it from the Germans. So it's like
Yeah.
lager beer, all of them.
Yeah.
It's only the ones that took after the English in terms of ales, and the ones that does your pilsner or your lager out of
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
It's 0 o'clock, John.
Yeah,
There it
that's
is.
the one.
That's the one.
Tick
Those
tock,
glasses,
tick tock.
Tick tock.
those
tick tock.
jugs that are a little small, aren't they?
Lee, that's a good view of your track.
Oh wow.
I've only, I've only just sorted that this week.
What are you gonna do for the background? So you gonna have like just digital images, or what are you gonna do?
That's the way the layout is. It's work in progress. I'm still working on it. A layout is never finished.
Hmm.
This is not the same one. This is in the hobby room. I've still got the original layout I started YouTube with, the Anfield Road and the loft. This is
Every
a
room is
4x8 layout that is in the hobby room that I rescued from the tip.
Wait, you're not in the loft?
No, I'm in a spare room in the house. I've still got the
Whoa,
loft
whoa, whoa!
layout.
When did she allow you back in the house?
When I got this layout.
That is cool. What? That's HO, right? HO.
Yeah, HO in UK.
Now, what
time,
is
yeah.
HO? 140,
145th,
third. Okay.
34th, third, and yours is 45th.
Yeah.
I love it when people have the wrong scale and the person's taller than the train.
Yeah, I've got it. Let me see if I can find the
I don't know
camera
if it's
view.
the angle we're looking at it, but that barn in the front looks like it's huge.
My second favorite YouTuber
Yeah.
is Rusty Rooster.
Which
Hey,
one?
Rusty.
That one.
It does, yeah. The one on the right in the middle, next to
Yeah. That's a train shed. That's why
Ah,
it's got tracks going into it. That's work. That's under the progress I'm
Where's
working on.
the roundhouse?
That would be a roundhouse basically. That's got tracks going in, coming off the
yeah,
side.
the upper left. It looks like a roundhouse almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
there's
literally 15 minutes away from the New Haven roundhouse where they.
I love watching the American train stuff.
And there's an overpass. There's literally a road overpass that's right over the roundhouse turntable.
Yeah.
So and
Is it
people park there.
Horseshoe
to traffic
Cave?
jams, yeah.
Is it Horseshoe Cave somewhere in States or something?
What is it?
Horseshoe Cave.
What's that?
It's a cave. I don't know the full about it. It's just someone said to me, likes going up doing the rail fanning on the Horseshoe Cave.
Yeah, because where I am, New Haven's the big railroad. You got New Haven, you got New York Central,
Yeah.
things like that. But New Haven's.
I love your train. Your BNSF liveries. Trains.
The BNSF war bonnet. I love. Yeah.
Yeah, I am actually toying. Your HO trains will run on our layout, and I'm toying. I'd love to run an American train on my a British layout.
Yeah, but you have different gauge technically, right?
Yeah, different gauge, but the wheels and the running gear it'll take a HO train.
Yeah, see, with us, where is it? The McGinnis paint scheme is the most popular.
Yes, I've seen them.
Yeah, guy
I
named
do
Nick
like the
Jackson sent me
Anthrax as well.
Yep. I've got every gauge. I have an N layout, an HO layout, an O layout, 027, 051, 048, and I've
Yeah,
got LGB G scale as well.
Ooh,
yeah.
LGB.
Yeah. Mm.
Outdoor
Oh,
LGB outdoor trains. I have those too.
Yeah. We've got a scale
Glad you
TT
clarified that.
120. TT
Hey,
120.
Rooster.
Hey,
good one,
Rooster.
Hank.
There's the
Ah,
link.
Rooster.
There's the link, Rooster. If you want to come up, say hello.
Yeah, hit the link,
Rooster's
Rooster.
twisting wrenches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually said he's working.
Yeah, hard to believe, right?
That's all right. Just put the camera on yourself. We'll watch you. We'll critique
Yeah.
you.
That was the idea with me with this setup now, so I can actually work on it. And if someone was live on the train lot, I can go involved with it.
Now, do you actually stand up in the center there and watch everything?
Yeah, I can stand up in the centre.
Now, do you have rail sounds and all that, or what?
No, I'm just the old controller. You just turn the knob and my trains go. I am not going DCC because most of the trains I run are the old Triangle regional trains we had here in the UK. And they're taking a lot to hardwire them. I'm into me steam era more than I am me diesels.
Yeah, I see a lot of your like 50s, 60s, 70s. They're all like the same boxy shape.
Yes, they are. They are.
Klaus,
Yeah,
check
bro.
WhatsApp.
Oh, sorry.
Check WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing anyway, John?
I'm good. Just another exciting day.
I just haven't been around. I've just had other stuff. Real life gets in the way.
Oh yeah, all the time.
But I thought I'd come up. I'd seen Ken was live and I was in the hobby room. I thought I'll come up. That's me. I love this software though. It is good little software compared because I can actually stream with two cameras. I can have a bench cam and a face cam with this option. I love it.
Hey, John,
Yes,
you don't look happy.
he don't,
Ah,
does he? He don't feel good.
No, that's not a happy camper there.
Who's that?
Feel better, Tom.
Tom.
That's my friend Tom in Perth, Australia.
Yeah.
Is he ill or?
Is that the one that's got the tractors?
No, vintage engine repair, Mr.
Yes, I know who you mean. Yes.
In Australia.
Wait, he's talking.
Every time I'm
Klaus,
working
it's
a
a stomach
two-stroke,
virus.
he helps me out. He's very good.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Fever,
Yeah,
nausea.
I think
and
I've seen him on
works.
panel, haven't I?
Yeah.
Spend half the day on the can and you won't be too
Well,
happy.
wait a
either.
minute. Oh, hey, John,
Yes.
if he stopped French kissing the dog,
Yeah,
Oh,
no doubt.
the issue.
Yeah, and I worry about his peanut butter consumption too.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I call his dog PB&J.
No, but I see one time you got a carrot and you give it to the dog takes a bite, then he takes a bite, and I'm like,
Yeah.
gross.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, hope you feel better, Tom. We love you.
Over here, there's a virus going around.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Oh, there's a lot of shit going around. Everyone here's sick.
Yeah.
Flu, and
Yeah.
Simone is like really deathly ill almost over there. And
well, not
Some damn
not
drones.
ill enough.
she, went in a hot, whatever. I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah.
I've had a cough now for over a month since before Thanksgiving.
You might as well start smoking, Kenny. You got the cough for it.
Yeah.
Damn smokers.
Yeah.
One of my customers that wasn't doing too good all year, I texted him Merry Christmas, asked him how he was doing. He said, good. He said, how are you? I said, well, buddy, I said, at my age, I'm as good as I'm going to get until the day I die. Then I'm not going to be doing so good.
That's the airbrush groove where they do a lot of painting of the locos.
What are we looking at?
That's the
Oh,
airbrush
like
groove.
spray booth. There's like a spray booth.
Yeah, proper spray booth.
Now you got it vented. I see the vent on the left there.
Yeah, I've got a proper shower fan that goes out the window.
Ah.
That was built.
Ooh.
Blows right on the next door neighbor's property.
No, I open the window.
Yeah.
He paints their car twice a week.
Yeah.
You look at his building.
Ooh, yellow today.
Yeah.
We had that at work one
Actually-
time where we had they went in. They were doing our lines in the parking lot, and it was a real windy day. I think it cost the company about $7,000 for the body shop to fix all the yellow overspray on all the cars.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's my workbench.
And you'd think they would have their filtration systems down cold.
No, but it was the wind because the spray pattern is about 8-10 inches tall on the spray pattern, and just the wind was just picking up and blowing it.
Yeah.
They weren't paying attention to what they were doing.
No.
It was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We had some guys cleaning rain gutters one time on a building. They climbed up on the roof. They took their backpack blowers and they started blowing out the wet rain gutters onto the ground. But what was between the rain gutter and the ground?
Windows.
The front of all the cars that were parked there.
Yeah.
It cost us like 25 car washes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did y'all see the incident from Colorado where the 2 people killed a couple people and fled in one of them stolen vehicle, and they found the truck that they stole in the homicide in my town this morning.
Really?
Yeah, they're both still at large somewhere in our area.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
We had something like that.
John's okay. He's got the protection, right, John?
Well, I've got
we had a police chase.
There's a lot of potential holes in the Casa del Clem.
I have a Miss Lisa too, so.
Yeah, exactly. You're dead. No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Is this the one,
I
John?
just don't know it yet.
Is Mississippi a carry state,
That's it.
John?
Yeah.
Do what?
Is Mississippi a carry state?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There's a newer article on it, Ken, where they found the vehicle this morning in Hattiesburg.
Wow. Now you don't live in that town, right?
No, Hattiesburg.
You were
and Petal.
sheriff there, right? You were sheriff.
Right. Hattiesburg and Petal is like sister cities, one across the river from the other. I live on the outside of Petal, out in the country, but it's all in the same community.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you though, John. You had said probably this a dozen times, but does people still call you a sheriff or officer or what?
Guys, I gotta go.
Take care, Mr. Wayne.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Okay,
New Year.
take care.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Wayne.
Yeah, well,
They well, just yesterday. I've been retired 5 years. I got a text yesterday. I know you're not the law anymore, Mr. John, but I've got a question for you. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
And it was about something with suspicious vehicles in their neighborhood. I'm like, call the sheriff's office.
Yep.
It's that simple. Call them
we've
and tell
got-
them the same thing you just told me.
we've had it here in our
But they know you, John. You helped them before, so it's hard to blame him, right?
Well, when you're 12 feet tall, you're a big presence, you know.
12 feet.
That's why they call him Big John.
I've actually got.
I thought it was
I've
because of
got
the
it as well.
12 feet
No, it's
wide.
not because anything else.
Whoa.
Mm,
Well, as the song said, everybody knew you didn't give no lift to Big John.
Yeah, Mr. Bean knows.
really,
better.
Joe?
Interesting.
One thing I will say, I am actually working on stickers. There will
Yeah.
be stickers coming out in end of January.
I misplaced all my stickers. I can't. I had like hundreds. I don't know where the hell they are.
I've gone for a new design.
But
I've got-
I've seen they disappeared on other channels too. I don't know.
Only a few in Canada, but we won't go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joe's been in my neighborhood before.
I've got that. I've still got one of yours, Ken. I've got one of yours.
Yeah, I said the whole crap load of them years ago. John, I'm waiting for someone to come on our chat one day and say, I remember John, he pulled me over one time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You took me to jail, asshole.
For example,
But John, just you got to tell the
The
story.
question you want to ask yourself is why?
John,
Yeah.
Scott hasn't heard the story. Tell the story about the blind guy.
Do I have to?
You got to tell it to Scott. It's a good story. Now, remember, keep in mind, Scott, John, the guy, right? He's going to talk about a blind guy.
Or 290.
Armed.
Okay.
Oh, I was working one night. This was years ago. I was patrolman, and there was a big fight at one of the bars way out in the country. It's not too far from my house. And the caller said that there There was a guy in there beating the entire bar up, and they weren't lying. He had beat the entire bar up, broke one girl's arm. Oh, this dude apparently loved to fight. I come sliding up in there, and everybody's running out of the bar, screaming, hollering. And I find the guy, and I go over and try to converse with him.
Sure.
And that didn't work out too well. So when I put him on the truck to get the cuffs on, he swung around and knocked the crap out of me.
Ooh.
Busted my glasses. So we fight for him. I bust his mouth and get him on the ground and get him cuffed up. And there's another guy's trying to grab me off of him, and I'm fighting him and the guy I'm fighting. So I get him in the car, finally get him drug over to the car, get him in the patrol car and shut the door. And the other guy, he starts running his mouth, so I'll cuff him up too, the one that wouldn't leave me alone, trying to pull me off of him. When it up, that was his daddy. And the whole time he's hollering, man, that my son, he's blind. He's blind. He ain't blind. He don't fight like no blind man. So he kept on, oh, he's blind. We're going to sue you. You beat up a handicapped blind man. I'm like, hang on, he just beat the entire bar up.
Right.
Broke a girl's arm, busted me and busted my nose, busted my glasses. I said, he ain't that damn blind. So when we got it all squared away, got to the jail. And at the booking desk, he popped both his eyeballs out, laid them on the counter. I was like, oh crap. So for years, it was either I beat the poor blind man up, or the poor blind man beat me up. And I still catch hell about that to this day.
Imagine that guy pops his eyes out on the table. Like,
Pops both of them out, lays them on the booking counter.
I'll tell you one thing that's on that board, Ken. There's 2 stickers on there that are no longer streaming on YouTube. Snobby.
Oh yeah, and where's what's the name?
Dusty.
Yep. Dusty
Blonde.
Blonde. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh.
And I wonder who that person is.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh. The big
And then we have got that Ian Matthews.
Well, yeah, that's a
somewhere
rare sticker. You can put that on eBay.
I know, yeah. I actually had him at my front door.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we used to do that. We used to have all the sticker boards here. In fact, my man door going into my basement.
I've got it there.
I've
got it there. Another one that's on there that's no longer with on YouTube is Rob Small Engines.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Let me finish the story. I forgot the best part.
Yeah, go on, John.
When the ambulance got to the jail to check him out, since I had busted his mouth up and everything in the fight, the ambulance, the EMT, got out and recognized him. He said, "Oh yeah, we went to school together up in Jones County, blah blah blah." He said the reason why he's blind, he was beating the old man up one night. The old man shot him in the face with the shotgun and with birdshot, put both eyes out.
Wow.
So and then everybody could.
No wonder he's bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody kept giving me hell about it. Oh, you beat the blind man up. Oh, handicaps aren't safe around you. Blah blah blah. So about 2 or 3 months, 4 months later, I'm in the office doing some paperwork, and the narcotics division comes walking through from the jail. There's like 6 of them, and they look pretty tattered, and I'm like, what happened to y'all? And they go, you remember that guy, the blind guy you beat up? I'm like, yeah. He said, well, he was in a car. We had a drug information on. We stopped the car, and the fight was on. It took all 6 of us to get him under control.
Holy crap.
I said, oh, so now you see how it is. The blind man can fight, I promise you. So they understood why that happened that night.
Yeah. Hey Joe, send me. You got my email, Small Engines with a double S email. Send me your address, and I'll send you some stickers out.
Yeah,
And Mike, if you order on,
I've got some
on
hobby
Sketchup.
motor stickers and some other stuff.
Mine's on my
I'll
page
be
if you
doing
want
a
to send
video
me
when
your
I've got
email.
mine come out. But I think I've still got half of the addresses, Hank, 'cause I've still got them. So once I get them, I will send them out to you, Hank.
All right.
I've been sub to you for a long time, same with Ken, Hobby Motion. But I
A
noticed,
number of years.
I noticed
there you go.
YouTuber. Oh, I love that.
That's
That
the
is shiny.
prismatic. Yeah, prismatic one.
Yeah.
It's special. I don't know where to put it, so I just hang on to it.
Put it
You
in
need
your
to-
wallet.
Yeah, that.
Don't get him wound up, Scott. Don't get him wound up. He gets out of control.
Who's that, Hank?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We need. If Hank gets out of control, we have to put him on a lead to pull him back.
Happens so often.
You know, I'm only joking with you, Hank.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna change cameras.
All right, we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's
Yes.
almost dinner time. It's 4:30.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to end it. Thank you to everyone for showing up. We got Brett, we got Scotty, we got Mr. Clem, we got Klaus, we got Hank, we got Lee, and everyone else who's out in the chat. Thanks for showing up. We do appreciate it. Hit the like if you don't mind on your way out, because it does help the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. So thanks to
Yep.
everybody. We will see you maybe before New Year. Maybe we'll come on for New Year, but otherwise we'll see you next Saturday. So take care, everybody.